out. I'm out.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh my god!
Yeah, let's go!
That's some bullshit!
Teach you to ride on my saddle, bitch.
Chris, what about the 1-star club?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean it.
Yeah, okay.
I gotta leave you.
Welcome to Mario Party, Annie. Fuck you.
Damn!
God damn, that was good.
That was.
Look, all right, that monitor was the monitor that was right behind the webcam. So whenever I was looking at you guys that were on that monitor, it looked like I was looking at the camera. You know what? Fuck you. Like, you're a butthole. I'm bringing back old 90s fucking insults. Dillweed.
Cool, whatever, dweeb.
Dude, in the kitchen, we actually have dillweed. And every time I have a class, I'm like, hey, such and such. You're and they were just like, I don't get your old man jokes. I'm like, I fucking hate it here.
What an old man pointing at a fucking tube of leaves.
Well, the one girl that I did it to, I was like, hey, I pointed at it. I was like, you're a dillweed. She goes, what? And I was like, in the 90s, dillweed was an insult. She goes, oh. Ha 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 ha. And I was like, fuck you. Don't you pity laugh me. Oh man, I hope everything's good. We haven't done this in what, 2 years? How long has it been? So
yeah, January 2020.
Holy shit! No, oh, wait, no, January 2020. Fuck you. You messed me up there for a minute. So
you said look, 2 years.
I'm tired. And I got good news today, so I'm really excited. So
yeah, well, I'm one half of those.
Right. I guess we so welcome in everybody. Thanks for coming in. Hey, someone got my SpongeBob reference that I put in the chat earlier. So we see some familiar faces in there. Thanks for stopping in. I guess we should just go ahead. Chris is out. Chris's internet exploded. So
yeah, it's his turn now.
Well, apparently, I guess I'm not gonna name the internet or internet service provider. But the one that he has apparently only installs internet with a backup battery in like the garage or something like that in case. So if it goes down or if the electricity goes down, you still have internet, which in theory is pretty smart. But
yeah,
apparently with this ISP, that if the backup battery goes down and the regular battery's still working, it shuts the internet down. So it's just like, what? It's really weird. I guess that prevents you from like, oh, my backup battery's out, but I still got regular internet, so I guess it doesn't matter. And then you're SOL whenever that one goes out because you never fixed the backup battery. But I've never heard of a backup battery preventing the main battery from doing its job.
Oh yeah, no, I have not. I kept thinking about the if power went out at GameStop, we'd hear a beep periodically, and that was because the backup battery was dying or trying to do something, and it was in the back room, and you just always heard it no matter what. It was just a very high pitched squeak thing.
Yeah, it's like
yeah, I don't know about this whole process because I've never heard of that even existing.
Yeah, I mean, apparently we were talking with Chris today in the chat, and he was just like, yeah, I didn't know until today either. So there we go.
That's fun. Yep.
It's like when you're in college, going back to what you were saying, it's like going in college, you're just like, the smoke alarm's beeping, it's fine. Like, it's just, the battery's going out, it's still working. It's whenever that beeping stops is when you have to worry. So,
yep.
But, all right, let's go ahead and crack this bitch open like a fucking, I finally got me some Topo Chico hard seltzers. So,
all right, well, I just have a regular sparkling water. Sorry, not a sponsor.
Aha. Is that the same one that you had?
Better than LaCroix. I'll tell you that. LaCroix sucks, everybody.
Dude, LaCroix is real bad. LaCroix is fart water, is what it is.
Big contradictory
controversy.
Controversial opinion. LaCroix is shit.
I mean,
even though you get 12 cans instead of 8. I don't know why all sparkling water only comes in cases of 8. Dumb as hell. Yeah. And I basically drink 2 a day, so gonna buy stock in that soon.
I should just give stock to Topo Chico, like, because I buy
Yeah.
their sparkling waters. Which, bringing that up, their sparkling water does come in 12, but it's like a case of, not cans but bottles. So maybe that's why they don't do 8 or anything. But
We
anyway,
avoid bottles because those are a pain in the ass to recycle here.
glass ones.
Yep, you got to take them to a special place.
Oh, really? We
Yep.
just smash them and put all the glass in, in a trash bag. No, we don't. We don't smash them. But look, okay, so I know we're going to get to an icebreaker, but now that you brought that up, we have a recycling thing that's like down the road, and it's just basically like, it's like 4 dumpsters on a trailer, because what they do is they let people fill it up and then they take it to the recycling place. There's no like organization in that shit whatsoever. Like, it's just like, oh, this
Yeah.
one's supposed to be. I'm like, where do the glass go? Where does the cans go? And they're just like, nope, here's a bed. And I'm like, this is not a trash can, people. Like,
Yeah,
I've seen
there's
tires in there.
problems with whether or not people actually recycle. Like if the people that it's their job to, whether or not they're actually doing that. So, but who knows?
Yeah.
More importantly, though, I just noticed that the way your monitors are set up on the stream, you're looking up at my window. So I
Yeah.
have now moved your Discord window. Shut up. Just sit back for a second. We're gonna be all right without your monitor, okay? I was gonna point out something fun. Yep, that's where I am now.
I'm that
Corey's
kid. That
hearing the
meme, just like,
voices again, everyone. Corey's hearing the voices again.
they're back.
So I'm trying to. Oh wait, no, it's not that way. So I have to put you over here.
No, now I'm
to
gonna
make it
fuck it
look
up, and
like
I'm gonna always look at the
I'm-
camera now. So
I'm trying to make it so that because it's reversed, so I'd have to put you right here.
wait, this is the one you're looking
Yeah, I don't want either of these things to happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry everybody. Corey's not you know, normally Corey's got his 3 camera 14 monitor setup. He's down 1 monitor, so he doesn't know what to do today.
Dude, I've been looking on eBay. All right, fuck you.
Audio listeners, real crucial info for you.
Also, for people that are listening, I apologize if rain is there's a fucking monsoon happening right now, so that's always fun. So
Okay.
it's just the world does not want ScrubVerse to exist, but god damn it, we're gonna keep going. So
Can't look at where the camera is. This isn't gonna work. Sorry, the illusion's broken.
it's fine. It's all fine. None of this matters for the audio. None of it matters. So none of this. Pickle is where'd she go? She was gone all day, but she's back
Also
now.
doesn't matter for the audio.
That's true. That is true. So anyway, fuck this. All right, let's go over to. I need to go to the. We got an icebreaker. It's our only news for the week because we're lazy this week, and also there's not a whole lot of news that we want to talk about. All the other news is dumb. So, but what was it? We had Sony's on March 8th. Jesus, yeah, we haven't done a podcast since then. Sony did their State of Play March 2022. I was not. Were you able to watch this live? I think you were, right?
Yeah, I was concerned that I lost all concept of time when we decided this was the news because I thought that meant it happened last week, and I'm like, man, I don't think it did. So we're here now, though.
So first things first, we're just gonna get it out of the way. There is a futuristic exosuits clash with dinosaur hordes in Exoprimal coming out in 2023. This is a game being developed. I guess it's a first person shooter, but it's like behind the person. I guess it's third person. That's what it is. So I'm completely dumb. But it's just like, hey, did you like EDF? How would you like EDF with dinosaurs? And I'm just like, I didn't know I needed this. Also, you're gonna be in a mech, and I'm just like, like, it's so good. One of the funny things I saw about this was Maximilian dude was watching this live, and they're showing, you know, the guy. It's the trailer starts with like someone walking off, like walking to the end of an airplane that's in the air because they're about to jump out, and Max just goes, "This doesn't look like a Capcom game." And then right after that, the Capcom logo comes up, and he goes, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
and I love it. But before that, something pretty interesting happens. A little callback that I'm gonna let you talk about. It's the Dino Crisis thing. So
Yeah, very strange. Sorry, I'm trying to turn on night mode because I'm noticing the glare on my face and glasses, but I'll just ignore
Doesn't
that for the
matter.
moment. So yeah, so you just see the way that it's set up with the city and stuff, the year 2043 and everything. Very weird setup with the android lady person
Yeah,
telling us the
she's doing a
forecast of
weather
dinosaurs.
forecast. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you see all these people suiting up and shit, and it's like, oh, what? That kind of looked like I. At first, I was like, I thought that was Isaac from Dead Space for a split second,
Yeah.
and then dinosaurs just rain from the sky, and I'm like, what is
Literally.
this EDF? And because it just looked like someone was just dropping plastic toys onto your city,
Yeah, I'm
and
playing it for the video watchers right now.
yeah, and then they're like, "Oh, this shit's going on," and then it goes back up to the troop dropper ship thing of like, "All right, let's meet this badass team," and it pans over to a scarlet haired lady in all black, tight
Yep.
spandex suit, and I'm like,
Mhm.
"Fucking what is that, Regina? Fucking what is this, Dino Crisis?" And then and I didn't realize it because I was talking over it, but they never say her name. I don't think they even address her or whatever. They just say like, "You ready?" or whatever, and suit up, and then it shows all the different. It looks like a hero shooter, but maybe not really because you can also switch your type of suit throughout it between basically medic, tank, and other guy.
Yeah, you got your tank, which is like here's all the shields and everything, and then you got your, I would say, offensive person where it's just like bunch of fucking guns, and then you've got your Genji. You've basically got a Genji from Overwatch where it's just you're a samurai or whatever, ninja, and then you got your healer, and that's pretty cool. So I think it's a, what is it, a 4-person squad when you go out on missions and stuff like that.
4 or 5, I'm not sure.
Yeah, but from
It's
what I'm reading.
PvE from what it
Yeah,
looks like.
from what I'm reading is it's like PvP and PvE mixed together where I'm under the impression that it's like, all right, you got 2 teams that are going into this match. Whoever wins gets to leave alive. Whoever doesn't has to stay and dies.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
So that's
Um,
all we know is it's coming in 2023, and I was like, that's a good way to start a state of play.
yeah, weird, very weird too. But the it's called Exoprimal as well, which is it's a good name.
I like it.
They also don't call it Dino Crisis. When I was getting different people. I was watching different people watching this, and uh Jason A. Striker from Giant Bomb. He's like, it was the best disappointment I've seen in a while. Like something like that, because it's like, man, you thought this was Dino Crisis, but in no way, shape, or form did they mention it's Dino Crisis. But one of the people that worked on Dino Crisis 2 and 3 uh, is working on this. I don't know anyone's names, sorry. And
That's fine.
that'll be okay. I like dinosaurs, and I like games with dinosaurs. And
I
I
like
like Earth
EDF.
Defense Force, which basically looks like this, but with dinos. I feel a little
Mhm.
worse shooting dinos than I do bugs, though, because I hate bugs and dinosaurs. What did they do? I'd be fine if they never explain why this is happening, why
Yeah.
dinos are just falling from a portal in the sky. You don't need to tell me, Capcom.
Yeah, no story mode. Just make all this online multiplayer shit. I don't care.
This is I think I froze. I
You're
think I
back.
froze.
You're back.
At first it seems like this is maybe out of left field for Capcom, but then you have to think, no, they made the Lost Planet series that everybody
Mhm.
forgot about, which is basically this.
The best
Uh,
Monster Hunter game that wasn't Monster Hunter. So
yeah, and they also did Dead Rising, which is you're fighting hordes of zombies in that, so you're
Mhm.
fighting, they've done things that are adding to this. But
sometimes people forget that Capcom, besides Street Fighter and Monster Hunter and Resident Evil, Capcom did dabble in crazy shit sometimes, and it's really nice
Yeah.
to see Capcom doing that again.
Yeah, but it's also what's popular right now. So they're not taking a huge risk really at all.
Well, I mean,
but
what would you say out of this is what, like, they're following the formula, I guess, Overwatch? I mean,
any hero fighter or PvE thing, like Evolve
mean-
bombed, but that was the first thing that came to mind just because their logo with the M, like a scratch, like a claw
Yeah.
scratch, like Evolve was Actually, more
Yeah.
uniform than that. Not as
Evolve,
weird,
try.
but yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think I don't know. I'm excited to see it. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna be as. Also, there's a little stinger at the end. Like there's a character. It's like, oh, welcome in, and this person sits down. You don't see their face, so I don't know if this person's supposed to be maybe somebody. Dino Crisis was all about the lady as the main protagonist, right?
Except for 3, which took place in space.
Okay,
It's not a good game. I haven't played it. I
Oh.
own it, but I know it was Xbox exclusive, guys.
Oh man.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I'll play this. I'll check it out if I have a console that can play it. I think.
It's coming to PS4 and PS5, I believe.
Oh, okay. I forgot what I was gonna say now, but oh yeah, it would be cool to see another Dino Crisis, but I will say that I was thinking about replaying Dino Crisis because I've been on my kick of playing OG version of Resident Evil game, finally play
Mhm.
the remake of that game, and I wanted to play maybe Dino Crisis. But watching you play it at not the last marathon, but the one before that was like, do I remember enjoying this game? Because it's not Resident Evil, and they weren't sure what they
No.
wanted to do, but they didn't want to just make another zombie game.
I think
So
it's fun to watch someone play it for the first time who's never played it, which is what I did. I played like an hour of
maybe,
it. Thank God Caesar was there. He was our
yeah,
guidebook.
the human strategy guide there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'm not going to knock it. I'm just going to say Capcom's done some crazy shit, and this could be okay. I don't think they said if it was going to be free to play or anything, which maybe they don't even know yet, honestly. But it
Yeah, the
could be
only
fun. It could be brainless. We didn't. Well, no, we did see gameplay, but again, other than showing us what a shield looks like and that you can change your suit mid
we also saw
match
one
or
of the
whatever.
characters get eaten by a fucking T-Rex. So
Oh, that was what I was gonna say. That was what I was gonna say. I'm wavering, but I'll play it. But if they come out and say, just like Aliens, Colonial Marines, just like Left 4 Dead, one team can be the humans. If one team can be the dinosaurs, this is a day one purchase for me.
how would you do that though with like a horde?
I don't care. I just want to be a dinosaur.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
I want to be a Well, when you're playing Left 4 Dead, you have the horde, but you play as the specials.
That's true. Maybe there are special
same
like
thing with
raptors or T-Rex and stuff like that.
Yeah, same thing with Alien Colonial Marines. So the T-Rex will be the tank. We already saw how a Triceratops, which doesn't make sense because they're like a
That should be
pacifist
the tank.
herbivore. Yeah, I don't get how. Well, I don't know. Again, I don't want to know the story, so whatever. Moving
Right.
on.
Yeah, so the next one I didn't really watch it. People love Ghostwire. They're talking about Ghostwire Tokyo. I don't know anything about Ghostwire.
Wait, is this the one that just came out?
Yes.
Or is that something else? Oh,
no.
I have not heard that people love it. I've heard it is average, looks
Okay.
average for being on a PS5. And it is not as weird as it should be. But again, that's only what I've heard. I don't have a console to play it on, but it looks neat and I would still want to play it because it's not just another shooter, but it is first person.
Hey, what are you doing?
Pickle disagrees.
Just messing with cords. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a PS5, and this seems like more of like, again, I'm gonna pigeonhole my friends. This seems more of a Chris game than it would be you or me. So
I don't think Chris would want to play this. I don't think he's into first person stuff, really, is he?
well, I only say that because he's the only one with a PS5. So
Okay.
there we go. If you own the system and I don't, you get de facto to it. So there you go. I know he's gonna play the next one, which is New Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin demo is out. So if anyone wants to check out and destroy chaos,
Quick correction: Zombie Hunter says it's out 4 days from now, but yeah, it's just the people that have early access or not, review codes, whatever they've been playing
right,
it. So.
right. But yeah, we got more. I believe also with this, with the Stranger of Paradise Origin demo. That demo, I think you can play it, and all the demo, everything you do in the demo crosses over into the game. So I like it when demos do that. So again, this is a character action Final Fantasy game. It's not really for me. I'm not really big on the newer Final Fantasy stuff. I like the remake looked really good, all that stuff. Zombie Hunter, I'm just gonna let you know that fact checking this podcast will ruin it. So
Yep.
And we also don't care.
Yeah. Also, since Chris is not here, we're gonna get through the state of play real fast.
Yeah. All right, let's just go through it. I don't know anything. What is it? World in Forspoken? I guess I don't know what Forspoken is. Oh, Forspoken is let's see, new action pack trailer reveals fierce new enemies in a breathtaking open world launching October 11th on PS5. Another PS5 game. So yeah, another big. I guess it's like an open world kind of game, kind of like Horizon Forbidden West and Horizon Zero Dawn and all that stuff. Chris is probably gonna correct me, and I don't care. So I'm trying to streamline to the Gundam game. We got Gundam Evolution brings free-to-play FPS action to PS5 and PS4 in 2022. So I believe...
Okay. I was going to say Forspoken looks like it could have been a Platinum game that you might have been into, but all right, we're zipping over.
Wait, was it made by Platinum?
You're doing combos and shit. No, I said it looks like it could be a Platinum game because you're running around hacking and slashing.
That's true.
But you just want to talk about your goddamn mechs, so go ahead, you weeb.
Yeah. So, and everyone can correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like this was a Japanese exclusive game until it's coming over here now. But it says, attention pilots of all skill levels, online exclusive Gundam Evolution is coming to PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 in 2022. Claim victory on the battlefield in this new free-to-play FPS where players can pilot mobile suits from the Gundam anime series in 6v6 objective-based combat. It's a first-person shooter of Gundam, and it's free to play, so it's probably going to be riddled with microtransactions, but if it is, I don't care. I get to play as all the Gundams, so...
So there, I mean, of course I would, but what I thought of when I first saw this was there was a Gundam game on Dreamcast that was actually first person, like one of the first games where you were playing as a mech in the mechs and stuff.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it probably because it was like Gundam 0028 or whatever, so it's like the old boring ones. Not Wing, not any, yeah. So
not G Gundam,
no,
the best Gundam.
Cool. Yeah, this looks cool and pretty logical. Like, why wouldn't you do this?
Oh, I'm correct. I guess well, it says network tests for US and Japan coming spring of 2022. So if you want more information, the logo looks really good. The logo reminds me of a Linkin Park album. That's what it looks like to me.
Yep.
And but yeah, go to GundamEvolution.com. It says it's going to be on PS5 and PS4. So, the mobile suit Gundam games, like there's a bunch of them on PS3 and PS4. Those are like the third person Dynasty Warrior style games. Those are okay. They just kind of get boring after a while. You're just like, all right, it's the same thing over and over again. So,
yeah, it's insert character, the crowd fighting game.
Basically. Are you ready for this next thing? Because I don't think anybody saw this next thing coming. We got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Cowabunga collection launches this year.
Oh yeah, dude.
So I was not watching this live. I think I was either in class or I was doing something. Oh no, I was in a work thing. But I saw this and I was just like, oh god, now I can finally play all these super fucking expensive TMNT games for $40 on my PS4.
Hell yeah, you can. I was trying to find a list, but silly me clicking on the link thinking it would give me just a list, but it's just showing me screenshots.
Well, it says together we're bringing all 13 console and arcade games and their regional versions to PS4 and PlayStation 5 in 2022. So, where is the list? Why did that? Okay,
I found it.
You got it. All right, go through it.
All right, I'm gonna say Turtles instead of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So
yes,
Turtles arcade game, Turtles in Time, Turtles 1 on Nintendo, Turtles 2, which was the arcade game dumbed down for NES. Turtles 3 Manhattan Project, which is actually not too bad. I remember fond memories of that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's an $80 game, I believe.
It's a good game that didn't try to just repeat the arcade game, and It was made for the NES. It wasn't like trying to downsize something. Turtles Tournament Fighters on original Nintendo, Genesis, and Super Nintendo. Holy shit, I'm so curious to play one of like 3 fighters that was put on the Nintendo.
All I'm saying
Turtles
is,
or not, I just want to see how the hell that functions.
All I'm saying is, there's going to be an art gallery in this collection. They better have all the variants. So.
Oh yeah, I was always bummed. I will get into it another time.
No, we need to do it now because Chris doesn't like TMNT. So
Oh yeah, I forgot he was a communist. So the
kinda.
yeah. No, that was the first time I met you guys in person. I mentioned turtles, and Chris, not knowing him that well, he said like, "Oh, I was never into the turtles." I was like, "Oh, so you're a communist?" And you laughed, and he was very confused, and then laughed.
Oh, I love it.
So we got Turtles in Time, the arcade game, and then Turtles in Time, the SNES version, which has they have different stuff. Hyperstone Heist, which is the Genesis equivalent. Fall of the Foot Clan on Game Boy, Back from the Sewers Game Boy, and Radical Rescue Game Boy. And then it does have a note here: online titles: TMNT, Original Arcade, Turtles in Time, Hyperstone Heist, and Tournament Fighters. Fucking finally!
Those are probably the ones that you really. Those are probably the only ones you really need to worry about being online.
Yeah.
So,
and you know
what do you mean
Before we get
finally?
into
We've done it on stream before.
But like, well, no. First of all, the Turtles arcade game that was. Never mind the fact that, surprise to no one, that was the first game I bought on my 360. That's the
Mhm.
only place it's been released on a console, flat out. Like that
Oh.
arcade. No, I take that back. Well, as like the sole game, you can unlock it in Turtles Battle Nexus or whatever on the GameCube, which like up until this, that was kind of arguably my favorite Turtles console game because you could play the arcade game on that with infinite quarters, which I hope,
Gotcha.
please do that, Konami. Please just have infinite quarters. Like nobody wants to, or like have that an option, you know?
Mhm.
But what I will say about this, and I'm going to totally criticize some people that are more popular on the internet than us, I will say. A certain pair of people that talk a lot about things, and mainly about NES games.
Oh.
They were like kind of excited about this, and I'm like, fuck you. You are in the same room talking about this right now. The biggest, best thing about this is everyone who's like in their 30s or 40s now that's
Mhm.
moved far away from all their neighborhood and college friends that they grew up playing these games with. Now we can just hop on our systems and scream at each other again and play
Oh.
these games in a legitimate fashion.
Wait, isn't the TMNT Turtles in Time arcade version the worst version?
I think it. I think the SNES version has another level and maybe another boss or two or something. I honestly don't recall the exact differences.
Well, I think the level layouts because I played. I think I played. I remember. Man, when did
Big
when did that-
Apple, 3 a.m.
Yeah, so the music was definitely better, but like Bebop and Rocksteady are in different levels. I think the SNES version has the two characters from the movie, and the arcade version doesn't.
The Hyperstone Heist has either Toka or Razar.
Toka and
forget.
Raza are two bosses, I think, and it's not the first level because that's Big Apple. You got the big fly dude. So it might be like level 2 or something like that. But I think in the arcade
They
version,
are a
it's
boss in the Technodrome also. I
it
don't
sounds like I need to replay them. So I can't wait for this $40
Yep.
collection to come out. So
So yeah, $40 is a. I mean, people are
fucking
like,
steal.
people are also like, oh man, it's so much. But the Konami collection for like Castlevania is 20 or 30 or whatever.
That
And,
shit goes on
and
sale all the time too. So this will go
Yeah.
on sale too.
Yeah, the best rebuttal was TJ Kitsune
Mhm.
shared a tweet with us of a guy saying people complaining about the $40 price tag and then show price charting of Hyperstone Heist, which is like $200 for one
Yup.
game. So fuck
Yep.
all y'all. This collection's a godsend for
Get
that
the
compared to that.
it says this year. I don't know if we have an official like date. I think it
I don't
just
think we
says
have
in
a date
2022.
for Shredder's Revenge either. So or if they do, I forget.
They
I
might
really
do it in
forget.
tandem, pretty close to
But
each other.
yeah, it's going to be a good year for Turtle fans. The Game Boy games are not amazing, and
I never
not that I
knew
don't
about
think
them.
anyone was thinking they were. Fall of the Foot, I briefly remember. Back in the Sewers, didn't play. Radical Rescue, I recently played on the Game Boy that you made for me.
Nice.
And it is the Turtles, except Michelangelo, get captured, and it's a Metroidvania game.
Wow, you must hate it.
Yeah, it was dumb. I didn't know what it was, and I was bored out of my mind.
You're like, yeah, it was dumb.
They're asking too much of me. Yeah, but I mean, that's I could do a whole podcast about this collection, but it's very cool.
Oh, we
That
will.
I mean, more than anything, I think the FGC is amazed that Tournament Fighters is on anything, because that is like not a good game, but it's a
not,
great.
but it's a game that
fighter.
would always pop up in like, so at many fighting game tournaments, there's usually like a mystery tournament where it's just like completely random, where it's just like these games that are just like, yeah, this shouldn't have its own like spot on the marquee. But like I've seen Tournament Fighters, I've seen Primal Rage, I've seen like is it Primal Rage? I think it's Primal Rage, right?
Yeah, Primal Rage.
I've seen that on there. I've seen racing games. I've seen like Japanese Super Nintendo Dragon Ball Z games pop up, like all this random shit pop up. And Tournament Fighters would pop up consistently. And I'm happy that we have an easy way to play it now. So
yeah, I'm like I said, I've always been curious to play the NES version. So that's yeah, because people don't think about that. Like there were 5 fighting games on the NES or something, like 1v1 fighters or something, and this was one of them. What I was going to say about it, I think it was released on Game Boy as well, and there was each turtle had, like, I think Leo was the Nintendo version on the cover of that, Donnie was, I think, SNES, Raph was Genesis, and then Mikey didn't get one. Raph was just on another one.
You were always mad.
Yeah, I was just confused, but it is what it is. But yeah, I'm super pumped to play all these in a legitimate fashion, and also with maybe catch up with old hometown buddies or something to play some of these.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean,
considering
online,
how much of a licensing deal this is, it's a really good deal. I can't get beyond that.
I will be paying $40 to support this. So
yeah, I really hope it has a physical version, because
I
Run
think
does anything, or somebody does some collector's edition.
I'm pretty sure I thought I saw somewhere, and I'd have to double check, so I might follow up on the next podcast. But I thought I saw that there is going to be a physical release on the PS4, but I can't remember.
Oh, I didn't see that anywhere.
I might have dreamt it, so that's possible.
I don't think they've announced anything. I'm sure people are making fake box art already.
That's true. I mean, Limited Run did it for the Castlevania collection. They've done it. They'll do it more than likely if they can get the rights to do it.
And also, it's made by Digital Eclipse. They do no wrong in my eyes.
Ooh, yeah, Digital Eclipse is
because
good people.
They did that Blizzard collection. A shame it's Blizzard, but great games on there. And the Disney
Afternoon
collection, and I think they did the Mega Man Legacy collection.
I watched Not for Resale recently, and that guy worked on that and the Afternoon collection. That's all I remember. So
yeah, I'll check it real quick.
That's fine. We can move on while you're looking for it.
Yeah.
So. The big thing I want to talk about is, and this one was one I was probably going to talk with Chris about, but we got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle R launching this fall, so originally JoJo's Bizarre Adventure All-Star Battle was a fighter on the PS3. I think it was only on the PS3. It might have been, I think it was only on Stop biting me. But no,
thank you, Kat, for the interruption. I'm going to interrupt you. Hooray!
Go ahead,
real quick. Digital Eclipse used to be known as Backbone Entertainment, so that's what I was thinking of. But they did do the Mega Man Legacy, Disney Afternoon, Street Fighter, SNK, blah blah blah. But as Backbone, they did like I just lost it. Whatever. But yes, they did those.
You're done. Cool.
I'm done.
But yeah, we get 50 playable characters from all the JoJo arcs. That's really interesting because the last time I played this was, I think JoJo Part 3 had just started airing, so I did not know a majority of the roster. Looking at a lot of the pictures a lot of the character roster pictures right now, I know a lot more characters now, so that makes me feel good. But it's a really solid, 1v1 fight. It's a 1v1 fighter, but like, you can fight with your person, and then you have your stand that comes out and fights with you as well. So it's really cool. It's split up by like the arcs. So you have like, it's kind of like a story mode where you'll go through and have to fight like certain characters from the story in order and stuff like that. But no one saw this coming out of. This came out of completely left field. The biggest things are, I think there's like 9 new characters on top of when it was originally released in 2013. You obviously get online. I think the minute people saw it was like, it was going to have rollback, and I'm just like, shut the fuck up. You're lucky you even got this. So, but no, the game is really, really good. There's another game that came out called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Eyes of Heaven, and that was a legit like arcs crossing over into each other, where like main characters and main antagonists were like teaming up against other stuff. And it was the only reason I didn't play it is because I don't like to be spoiled on JoJo stuff, because I don't read it. I watch it because I'm a pleb. I don't care. But no, this is exciting. I'm gonna buy it as soon as it comes out. I don't think it even has a release date. It just says fall of this year. I couldn't imagine it would be more than $40. I don't know. It might be a $60. I don't know. So we'll see.
I would not know a JoJo's reference if it screamed in my face, and that has happened. And AJ and I might have told you that story, but
hey, stop it.
Let's just say Magfest is a wonderful place, magical place.
Was it Connor?
No, definitely not. Nope.
That's why this year marks the 35th anniversary of the original story and the 10th anniversary of the anime adaptation. So that's a good time for this game to come out or get re-released. So yeah, just says release in 2022. So I'm gonna be watching for that. What else we got on here? I don't really know anything about Yomi.
Battle Through Hell. It's a black and white
oh yeah
thing. Like it looks like it almost be a Yakuza game.
It's it's like Kurosawa mode.
Yeah. Not really sure how it plays. But
Trek
it looks cool.
to Yomi. Yeah, if you I don't know.
Brand new IP.
Again, brand new IP. I feel like this is kind of like Chris's alley a little bit. He really enjoyed Ghost of Tsushima. So I still didn't sit down and play that game, but I need to. So we get an update on Returnal Ascension update, adds co-op and Tower of Sisyphus mode. We get we got Valkyrie Elysium.
Cool.
Which one?
Co-op's cool for a game I haven't played, Returnal.
You know, Returnal is that one game that I was like, I would play this. I don't have a PS5 because it was a PS5 only game. It might be on PC. I'm not sure. So correct me if I'm wrong on that. But it's very much, it's a roguelike where it's very hard. You got to keep trying over and over again and all that. So it seems like it'd be right up my alley. But yeah, playing two-player co-op in that sounds great. And then Tower of Sisyphus sounds like what was the tower in the Devil May Cry series where it's just like, see how high you can get up there.
They called it Tower of Babel because everything's Tower of Babel in some games.
No, I don't actually think it was Tower of Babel, but if Foxmac was here, he'd be able to tell me what it was. But it seems like that. It seems like how high can you get? How high can you get on the difficulty and all that stuff? So
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's a pretty solid Valkyrie Elysium. I don't know anything about it, but let's look at. Oh god, I'm gonna throw up. Oh, Valkyrie Elysium is a series brand new action RPG from Square Enix. Yeah, I can't not talk about this one.
That word's an oxymoron. I'm sorry, but
Valkyrie Elysium.
Or that phrase. Brand new action adventure game by Square Enix. Like it's a Square Enix action adventure game. Like it's not. Sorry, that just doesn't.
You don't. It's a brand new IP.
That's like Platinum saying like, here's a brand new action adventure game by Platinum. Like, well, that's all they do. But okay.
No, that's not how that means. Like, no, it's like, oh, if this was like, it's not Wonderful 101, Wonderful 102. It's a brand new game that's like Blunderful Blum Blum Blun. So, yeah, it's an RPG. So Chris is gonna love this shit. And it's made by Square Enix. So. Valkyrie
I also
Elysium.
just want to say things to make Chris mad that he's not here.
Yeah, it does look really cool though. I might even try.
It looks fine. Not anything I would touch, but I'm sure it's cool.
It's very character actiony. I really like it. Looks cool. So there you go. That's a pretty solid state of play. We got a little. It feels like everybody got a little bit of everything. Like,
I mean, the only thing there wasn't in there was shooters. Honestly, first person shoot. Well, no Gundam.
Well, we got Gundam.
Not.
We didn't get Knack 3, so.
Yeah, shit. A lot of reasons to be happy to be a PS5 owner, I guess.
PS5, PS4, yeah. Most of the games I care about are on PS4, so that's all.
I still don't. I was just talking to a buddy, and he's like, "You don't have a 5, do you?" I was like, "Nope, I don't have any.
Don't have a reason.
I told him I was like, if Resident Evil 8 was gonna only be on that would have pushed me over. But I
Bloodborne
don't
2.
need.
Like,
Yeah, I don't. And honestly, the Xbox is more appealing only because it has so much backwards compatibility compared to the 5. But still, but at that point, it's like
it's very
I'd
easy to
rather have a
homebrew 'em, too.
5. Well, I'd rather have a 5 over the other one because I want to try all the platformers that are on there. But it's
Yep.
like, okay, cool. So I just basically gave myself a reason to own each system. Well, that's $1,000 that I don't need to spend on those. So
I had the opportunity to buy a PS5. Kenny got his hands on an extra one, and he's like, "Hey, do you want it?" And I was like, "I can't justify it. I just can't." Like
nah.
at the point where I'm wanting to buy a new computer, I can't justify dropping that money on there when I'm still trying to get a fucking 3080, so I'm having fun
No,
with trying to find one of those.
I need to get a new
PC
thing I forgot the name of. Not a new PC, but a new
GPU.
Something. Yeah, GPU. Because this is going on 5 years now or so.
Oh, that's
Anything
like
in a PC going
45
on 5
years,
years.
and
Yeah.
yeah. My 1080, I did not buy brand new. Well, I bought it brand new, but it had been out for like 3 years. So even then, and that was back before we bought this house, so that was at least almost 4 years ago. So I want to say my GPU is probably, in tech world, probably 80 years old. So
Yeah.
but all right,
Yeah.
let's see. Let's
So
pull up the docket. Scotty, you're first. You got to go see
yeah,
something pretty cool.
yeah, I went and saw the Midnight last week, which is why I'm wearing their shirt. That's what the cool kid does after he goes to a concert. He wears their shirt as soon as he's going to see
Oh
people,
man.
and this is my only socializing in life right now. So here we are.
I was not able to
uh,
go. I had tickets to go see them in Austin, I think last year or earlier this year, and I was not able to go, which sucked.
I thought you have tickets again or something.
No,
I'm
I
misremembering.
have tickets to Dance with the Dead at the end of April.
I don't know. I thought you had a chance to see them soon, but yeah. I mean, I don't have much to talk about, so I'll talk about this show, I guess. But it was
Do it.
I ended up going by myself, because for one, Rachel and I hate the venue that they were playing at. It's in a real shitty part of town, and if you're on the floor or like not, it's just not great. It's just bad.
Bad.
And I did my research. There was only one opener. I was like, let me check out the opener online, and I did. And I was like, oh, this is every other R&B Billboard chart topping thing I could
Yeah.
fall asleep to.
Right.
And so skipped out on that. Eventually got there, and I roll. Well, okay, so I was going solo, which is fine. Rachel and I each go to shows by ourselves from time to time. It's
I
not
saw
that big of a
Twerp
deal.
and the Proto Men by myself in San Antonio before COVID, so
Yeah. But so I still, still had a ticket. This was also on a Wednesday, so I wasn't really sure, but
oof.
I just hate my day job, so I was like, I gotta go. I haven't been to a show in a little bit.
Right.
And when I got there, I had to prep the ticket on my phone, and I saw it said balcony. I was like, oh, I don't remember buying this. But that was because it was for a tour that was canceled or postponed and then
Oh
moved to this
yeah.
venue and blah blah blah. So I was like, all right, that's cool. I don't remember where this is in the venue in relation to the stage. But so I walk in and I look at the merch table. I'm like, all right, they got some stuff over there. I'll check that out. I'm like, I go to the bar, get a beer, kind of just going through the motions of a show and like still kind of like, ho hum, I hate this venue. I'm by myself, but I'm here because I paid for the ticket already.
Yeah. Pessimistic,
And
right?
yeah, very much so. But then I was like asking the guy that just scanned my ticket. I'm like, do I go out here and up around to get to the balcony or whatever? He's like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And so I go up there and I'm like, oh shit. And immediately like it's like, oh, it's warmer up here, but I'll be all right. And I'm like, can't find my seat. And then I do, and I'm like, shit, all right, I gotta sit down fast. And was an asshole and cut in front of everybody. And then I sat down and I'm like, I don't feel comfortable to drink this beer, so I'll just set that down and maybe grab some sips here and there. Not really thinking. And then but I took some pictures and I was like, oh shit, I think this is where we have to always sit when we see shows here because it was
Perfect.
behind. It was you could just see the stage entirely, like just the front of the pit. And it wasn't, and it's a small enough place that you didn't feel super far away. My phone sucks, and so the camera sucked, but so it looked farther than
But you got some good
I
pictures.
actually was. But yeah, so I mean, I rolled in late. Oh, I didn't even mention this. So like when I walked in, looked at merch, got a beer, and then the lights went down. I was like, oh, I just got here just in time. So I ran upstairs, kind of missed the first song, didn't really care. And then, so I found my seat and sat down. And then I was like, I said this on my socials too, but I really did not realize how much I needed to go to this show until I was losing my voice in every chorus and like just screaming. And it was also great because I think I mentioned before on this podcast that this was the second time the Midnight's been in Pittsburgh. The first time Rachel and I went, and it was like just a weird crowd scene that we are not part of because we're used to, mosh pits and pop punk shows. And this scene was like fucking uh, moms and college bros double fisting White Claws. Like it didn't make sense to us.
Was I
like
there?
soccer, like no soccer moms and douches, basically. Douchebags. But so I was in a seat of the balcony and like not in front of me, not the seat direct caddy corner, but the next one over, there was definitely a mom who like, as soon as I started belting out songs, she like looked back and was annoyed. And at that point it's like, oh, I'm singing to you tonight now.
Oh, you made a friend, ma'am.
Yeah. So, cause that's the thing. I fucking do not care who is
you
around
paid
me.
your
I am
money. You can
screaming.
fucking sing to the band if you want to.
Yeah, I'm singing and screaming and yelling. Dude, there was one dude though that was a couple of rows in front of me. Like he was ready to marry Tyler, and I forget the other guy's name at the Midnight. Like you could tell. I mean, I think he was having a religious experience because at one point, there were no hand gestures from the band like telling the audience what to do, but he just had his hand in the air, like praising the Midnight.
Praise the Lord.
Yeah. But the big thing is though, like, and this is nothing against Rachel. She didn't want to go because their music bores her, and the show last time was kind of boring. Like it's super chill.
Mhm.
I didn't even mention to the people that don't know who the Midnight is. It's new wave synth.
It's one of those shows you want to pop an edible and go to. So
maybe. But it's two guys that write the synth music, and one dude. The way we saw them last time, it was three guys on stage lined up next to each other. If you're looking at the stage, on your left would be a guy on a drum machine, and I think his name is Tyler. It's probably the only reason I remember his name. And then the other guy, who's the main vocals, is on guitar, and then they had a saxophonist. So that was the last time we saw them.
okay.
And it was kind of like awkward because there wasn't much of a stage setup either. So three dudes and whatever. This time,
it's a lot more.
Tyler had an actual drum set. I'm gonna have to look. Can you look up the other guy's name so I don't just keep saying whatever? But thank you. So, but they were a 5-piece this time.
Tyler Lyle. Hold on. Composed of Atlanta-based singer-songwriter Tyler Lyle and singer Tim McEwen.
Tim, that's it. Okay.
Tim's
Tyler. The main face. Yeah, Tim and Tyler. So Tyler had an actual drum set. Tim was still on guitar, but they had a lady on bass and drums, guitar, lady on bass, a saxophonist, and then another guy on guitar. So they had a 5-piece. So the energy was just completely different from the last show. So it was an actual full band.
Did Rachel regret?
No, but of course I'll say this, but what mattered most was that there was an actual drum set there this time, I think. And with that
especially
energy and everything. Yeah, that's what I said. Like anyone would say, of course I'd say this, but I mean the saxophonist was the star of the show, hands down.
Really?
And are you kidding me? You've heard their music. Every song has a saxophone in it, but he was just wailing on that thing.
I love a sexy sax, man. Like
yeah. So yeah, it was great. Yeah, they were really good. They played my two favorite songs back to back, which is Gloria and Comeback Kid. So that was really, really cool.
Oh, nice.
They did an encore, of course, and the last song they play is Sunset, which is the one that everybody drunken screams. And they played a new song, which normally it's a 50-50 shot whenever a band is like, we're writing an album, you want to hear something new? And it's either like, I don't know this and I don't think I like it.
Yeah.
This was the other half of that where it's like, oh, I want to hear the rest of this album like now because it was really good.
Did they play anything off of the Kids album?
Yeah, they played America 2, and they had Wave, or I forget which one is an instrumental because I only ever listen to songs like in the background, so I don't know the names of most of them. But
Gotcha. Fair
um,
enough.
yeah, but they played stuff off of the horror show. Good and
Ooh,
Red was fucking sweet.
nice.
Um, and they played a lot, like because it was only one opener and them, so they played a good bit of their catalog. And I grabbed the shirt that I'm wearing, and I stupidly waited till after they were done to grab a vinyl because they were sold out of the one I wanted, and I realized after the fact it was the re-release with bonus tracks. Whatever, I got the CD of it.
Whatever you got to tell
I
yourself,
didn't
Scotty.
I didn't need to. Well, I also didn't need to spend that much money.
I
So,
don't need it.
yeah. So it was really good, and I was really surprised that because they are, it's a chill form of music. It's not the pop punk upbeat insanity that we normally go to. We're going to see Reliant K twice this weekend. Um, but
I've never heard someone say that. So
well, we're seeing them in Ohio, and they're like half the
oh,
reason Rachel and I are actually together. So
yeah.
um, I've
Gotcha.
seen them more than any other band probably. So I kind of got over them at one point because
Gotcha.
their styles changed so significantly. And yeah, long story, but
Mine's MC Chris, which, by the way, he's going on his last tour this year, and I'm trying to. He says it's
he's
the last
retiring.
tour,
Yeah, they
but
always say that.
he's gonna be in Memphis. So the place he usually went to in Little Rock closed down, so I guess he can't like book another place in Little Rock. But the show's
Wow.
on a Sunday night, and I don't care if I'm gonna go by myself. I'm fucking going. So
Yeah, Reliant K is Saturday in Pittsburgh this weekend, Sunday in Ohio. So I called off Monday because I said fuck them.
yeah, fuck that.
Uh,
But Memphis is
if it
2
was 10
hours
years
away
ago,
from
I
me.
wouldn't. But
Yeah,
well, Ohio's 2 hours away from us, so yeah.
I might stay at my brother's house. So
But yeah, the show was really good. And when it was over, and I was standing in line for merch. This one big dude, like ran down towards the stage when they were cleaning up and stuff, and there were just people lined up for merch. And I just see this one dude run to the stage. He's like, "I got a Sharpie." I'm like, "What the hell is going on?" And he had a couple members of the band like sign his arm,
I bet you he got
and
it
I was
tatted.
like, well, I was like, I guess that's. I mean, that was my first thought. I was like, okay, he's getting a tattoo, whatever.
And he's
And
just
then
like,
I saw, well, and then as I was walking to my car, I saw him and his buddy outside, and I was just being a goober. I was like, "So you're getting that tattooed?" And he's like, "Oh," and he was clearly very drunk. And his logic was, he was wearing a black T-shirt, so they couldn't sign that, so he got his arm signed. And I'm like, and he also didn't buy anything. So I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
you could have bought like
But
a $2 sticker and got him to sign it.
yeah, anything. So, but no, it was funny. I don't know. It was cool to just like. It's been a while since I've felt good enough
Been a
after a show
while.
to talk to anyone that I don't know. Also, um, but it was just a good, positive energy show, and
Good.
it
That's
was
what you
nice
needed.
to. Yeah, it was nice to wail along to that, and I realized like during the show, they are to synthwave as like Anamanaguchi is to chiptunes for me. Like Anamanaguchi's my favorite chiptunes band, but they're not like one of my favorite bands.
Right.
But like,
Wait, fighting me
any
hurts.
I can never say I have a favorite band or a favorite. Definitely cannot say I have a
You froze for a second.
favorite band
You're
is
back.
in that genre. So
Yeah. I mean, Rush is my favorite prog rock band, so that's about as much as I
mhm.
can say on that one. So we could go through
And
that all
then
day.
yeah, no, but it was fun, and you should see them when you can. I mean, they're touring
Try
for a
to.
while. They haven't been they haven't been around for a while, but it doesn't seem like it with how much production they put into their music. He said about synth music, and I don't know. The Midnight just creates a really cool world with all their album art and stuff. It's
Yeah.
like on par with, you know, Yes album covers or something. Like you can see like, oh, this is part of a lore that I don't know, you
Yeah.
know?
I mean, just the last
Uh
one. What is the last album? Is it called Blue or whatever? Or Deep
the
Blue?
last full album was Monsters, but they also put it, that's the thing is like this band has not stopped. They put out 2 EPs during the lockdown between the horror show and then
They got shit to
the
do.
combo of them and an orchestral group re-releasing stuff on an EP. So
Maybe they do it while they got the momentum. That's what I say.
Yeah,
So.
Monsters was their last full album, though.
Monsters. That's the one with Deep Blue on it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where the cover is just like, this looks like it should be in 19. What is it? What's that game?
Well, they
1980X.
thread the needle of like, is it 80s? Is it 90s? Like, it's kind of.
A lot of their covers look like it could be like, oh, this looks like it's from the Drive universe, like the movie Drive.
Yeah.
And then on the other one, you're like, okay, then it just straight up looks like an 80s arcade. So
Yeah. People are talking about Mayday Parade 14 times for Sailor Corellia, Amity Affliction 4 and 3 years for Raven's Quill. I think I got you guys beat on Newfound Glory and Reliant K, but you know who's counting?
Oh, hold on. Let me adjust my glasses and just clean off my fingernail.
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's what we all do.
Nice.
And then something else. I had a weird experience. So I went to Warp Zone. I got this bad boy. Sonic
What is
the
it for the
Hedgehog,
audio?
True
Okay.
Blue.
Okay.
It's called Sonic the Hedgehog True Blue, the best of Sonic the Hedgehog. And it has 21 tracks. It's essentially a greatest hits of Sonic music up through the mid Wii years, we'll say.
Okay.
So, and I was listening to this and really digging it because, yeah, why do I need this? But also the thing that I was singing along to this butt rock crap and stuff
We
that's
all
not
do.
butt rock, like the Sonic CD. I forget about the song "You Can Do Anything," which has the chorus of "Toot Toot Sonic Warrior." Hell yeah! If you know, you know. And it's very fun.
Yeah.
Supersonic Racing is a course on here.
Oh, nice. Burn that for me.
one that I skipped right over was the Sonic X theme.
What?
Because yeah, that's where we gotta go fast from. So thank
Gotta
God
go faster.
Yeah, great. Corey knows that one. Hooray!
I only know that
also, though,
part of the song.
but like on the back, there's no way this is gonna focus. Oh, it did.
Oh, it did.
It says Sonic X theme. I read it real fast and thought it said Sonic Extreme and got way more excited than I should have been.
Because you're perpetually stuck in the 90s.
Yeah. So, but I was listening to it, and one track comes up, and I seriously got like a cold chill, and I was like, "Oh, why am I uncomfortable all of a sudden? What the hell is this?"
What?
And I look on the liner, and it was 7 Rings in Hand. So it was from the Sonic and the Secret Rings game, the worst Sonic game I have played.
Yeah,
and
it's real bad.
And it all came flooding back to me. But that's never happened to me before with music. And I was like, whoa, I don't like this. Like, is this PTSD somehow?
You just have flashbacks of the war.
Well, like, but I wasn't. So you know of that one? I wasn't sure if you would have experienced.
Well, that's
that game
from the
at all.
Storybook series, right? That one was from like the game from not the Black Knight. Or no, it's Sonic and the Black Knight, the Secret Rings. I can't. If you were to put a gun to my head right now and be like, name something specific to that game, I couldn't. But I just know I know the cover.
He was holding a Wiimote and had a flame on his chest.
That
was the cover.
That's how I know. That's the only thing I know.
Yeah, so Sonic and the Secret Rings, I was excited for that because the last 3D Sonic game we got before that was either Shadow or Sonic Forces, and I didn't bite into any of those Sonic Riders games. So Sonic and the Secret Rings.
Sonic Forces was not back all the way back there.
I meant to say Heroes. But
okay.
It fucked my world up.
That's fine.
Hey,
I got you on the corrections.
Yeah, gee, thanks. Glad somebody's here to correct the Sonic people. Those that don't know about Sonic and the Secret Rings, it's on the Wii, and I don't have anything that looks like a Wiimote in here. But you hold the controller. This is a flashlight, I swear. You hold the controller sideways, like you would for like the NES Virtual Console games or something.
Right, yeah.
And Sonic and the Secret Rings was a on-rails running game. And so you hold the controller sideways, and you know how you jump, Corey, in this game? You want to guess how you jump?
You got to shake it. Yeah.
Straight up. You have to whip it straight up. Fucking stupid. And so the game looked cool, and all I can remember is there was a dinosaur level, of course, right now, because we were talking about not Dino Crisis. But you would you couldn't go back, or you could go back if you like held the Wiimote backwards or towards you a little bit, but you couldn't. The game was made to let you go forwards. It was the first Wii game that I like almost fucking threw the Wiimote through the wall because I was so stressed at this game. It's so fucking bad. And yeah, I'll say it's the worst game I ever played. Worse than Sonic 4, because at least in Sonic 4, you can run left and right like a normal Sonic game. This one's not a normal Sonic game. So I was getting chills from the theme song playing. Like when that popped up through my car stereo, I was like, oh, I don't like this. I'm skipping this. Why am I skipping this though? What is this? And then I go back and I'm like, oh, fuck. It's that Wii game. 'Cause I'm like, make my dreams a bomb. Something like that. That's what
Oh my
all of them
God.
sound like.
I'm showing the trailer from TGS 2006, and
Oh, good.
wow, he does. Why does he
battered
have
down
fire
child.
coming out of his chest?
It's part of the story. Fucking whatever. This was the days when every new game on the Wii had to have the character holding the Wiimote or showing
Yeah.
it somehow or whatever.
Was this the last
Or on the
one that
Wii, it's
came
where-
out in the storybook series?
No, this is the first one. The second one was
Oh.
Black Knight, and then the other one didn't get made.
Well, that
There's
was supposed to be an
supposed to be 3.
Arabian Nights, right, or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
man.
This game's horrible. It
Oh,
looks
God.
good because you can't see how to play it. Yeah, the kid looks like he's having fun, but he's not actually playing this game.
He's just convulsing, is what he's doing. They just like,
Yeah.
we gotta film him. So,
So fucking bad. So
well, this is
fucking
also
bad.
the Japanese one too, I think. So it's gonna look most of those Japanese ones look a lot different than the American. The American one was probably super edgy because it's
The
Sonic.
commercial, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. 2007. I graduated high school that year.
Great.
Oh man.
I will not say where I was in my life, but
So Scotty has officially experienced PTSD. So
yeah, it was very strange because I legitimately had never had that experience with music
Mhm.
or like something that I didn't understand why I was reacting the way that I was. It was a genuine reflex. So, kind of like when you have everybody has their tequila moment.
Oh God, yeah. I can't.
So.
No, I don't drink it anymore. So yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, I mean, my week wasn't. I didn't do much in my week. I haven't done
Uh-huh.
much lately. It's trying to just like transitioning into this new job that I've accepted, but I did sit down. I made time to sit down and watch some movies over the weekend. So we sat down. We watched Turning Red. Turning Red is the new Disney Pixar movie. It's about like coming of age. Like basically, the main character Mei is 13. She has it's a very Chinese. I think Cantonese is what the subtitles said. The language was always talking, and so it's very like her mother's very domineering and stuff like that, and so she's just trying to have fun and be a kid, and her mom's like no, and then they're just like, oh, by the way, there's
That Tamagotchi down.
the Tamagotchi. Yeah, the Tamagotchi was pretty cool. There were
We
parts
couldn't
like
tell when it took place.
it was
because
supposed to be
of that thing.
2000s, the
Well,
early 2000s,
like-
but Tamagotchis weren't big then.
Oh yeah, they were.
In the
like
early
99,
2000s? Yeah.
still easing into, depending on where you are. They lasted definitely longer than they did in the States, and they're
That's
back
true.
again now. So
Yeah,
that's
this-
also why we were confused because they're like back now, along with every other '90s thing in the world. So it's like, is this present
Mhm.
day? Because they're also acting like kids present day, but they don't have. It was
Well,
confusing,
the
but we just had to
beginning-
ignore that and then start enjoying the movie.
Yeah, the beginning I think fleshes that out that it is early 2000s because there's flip phones and all that stuff. So,
Mm.
but yeah, and what was I gonna say? I had it and then I lost. Oh, it takes place in Toronto.
Make my dreams are born.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it takes place in Toronto. And basically, Mei comes. It's basically a coming of age tale where at first you're like, oh, is this movie supposed to be a personification of like a girl hitting puberty and having that time and all that stuff? And I did like how the movie immediately, once she turns into the panda, because it's like a family curse / blessing. That's the first thing her mom is like, oh my God, it's time. And she like pulls out all these pads and everything. And the movie
Yeah.
makes it's like, that's not what this is about. It kind of
Yeah.
is, but it's not that on the head. Like,
I was very surprised to see any attempt at discussing a girl's period in a Disney movie. So
yeah, I would have thought it would have been weird if they didn't. Like, the movie was called Turning Red and all that, and everyone was going to talk about it and all that shit. But I like how they addressed it. The movie was great. I really enjoyed it. I did get a lot from the main characters, like the way her mouth animated. I got like Wallace and Gromit vibes. I don't know if you ever watched Wallace
Oh,
and
I thought
Gromit.
she looked. Well, yeah, I thought like stationary mode. She looked like she was Steven Universe almost.
Yeah, I will say she looked a lot better when she got the red hair. I did like it when she got the red hair.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
but no, the movie's really good. The Korean girl, like Abby, she's the best. The goblin, she was the one that was always wearing
Oh,
purple.
yeah. I couldn't tell what nationality she was for a little bit because she was just screaming all the time.
Yeah, she was great. I loved it. I loved her. And then Priya, she was great because she's gonna be a goth when she gets older. She's 100%.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
but no, it's a heartfelt movie. It got a little. The boy band stuff made me laugh because it always reminds me of Bob's Burgers when the
Boys for Now.
yeah boys. No, it's
They've
Four
done
Town.
it well, no, Boys for Now is in Bob's Burgers.
Yeah,
Bob's
I
Burgers.
know. Yeah, with
I will stand by that of all the made up fake boy band things. I think Bob's Burgers has done it the best.
Oh
by
yeah,
now.
they're the best. What is it? What's his name?
It's Boys for Now.
Boo Boo, or is it
Boo Boo?
Yeah, I want to punch him in the face. I want to slap his face. Yeah.
First episode, he was voiced by Max Greenfield, who's Schmidt in New Girl, so I loved that. I don't think he stayed.
Oh,
as it,
nice.
though.
Yeah.
But
No, the
anyway,
movie's
what are they
good.
called? Four Town.
Four
Isn't
Town.
that it? Yeah.
Four Town, but there's 5 of them. So that was the joke. So, but no, it's a really good. I don't want to get too much into it because it's a fairly new movie, and I don't want to spoil anything. But it's good. I don't think I liked it as much as I liked Onward. Onward had a little bit more of like, not really a personal connection because I haven't, lost my father, all that stuff. But I connected with it on a little bit more of a level, like because I have a younger brother and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But this one's really good. I think it's a really good movie for. I feel like there's, especially with COVID and everything, there's probably been some domineering parents that need to like learn to let go and let their kids be kids and all that stuff. So it's really good. I think it's like an hour and 45 minutes, and it didn't feel that long. Like it's a very well paced
It's a
movie.
fine time. Yep.
Yeah. I did like.
I liked it too.
Yeah, it was fun. It was one of those movies where I was like, oh, maybe we should do a Static Zone podcast episode. And then I watched it. I was like, I don't think there's enough here. Like,
No, that's and I felt like you were like offended when I told you that, or no, I was like, you said you hadn't seen it yet, and you're like, could it be Static Zone? I was like, I mean, we liked it, but I don't know if I have anything
it was
to
just okay.
say about it. So there's it's
I feel
fine.
like the Mitchells versus the Machines, we could say a lot more about that in an episode or
Probably.
something like that. I really like that movie. That's 3 movies that I would recommend. 3 animated movies that I really liked in the past couple years would have to be Onward, The Mitchells versus the Machines, which actually got a Blu-ray release, which is funny because it was a Netflix movie and it got a Blu-ray release. And then we got Turning Red, which it's unfortunate because Turning Red you can't see it in theaters. It's only on Disney Plus. So
yeah. Same with I forget whose mind I blew in the Discord with that fact, but also Luca and
I want to watch
something else
Luca.
was.
I want to watch Luca.
Onward was Disney Plus only because it released as the pandemic was starting.
Yeah.
I think they took it out. It either got retracted from theaters or it was out in theaters, but they're like, shit, no, let's put it on Disney Plus. So
I think it was supposed to
I
be
don't know,
theater only, and then they were like they
Maybe.
realized, yeah. So,
which
but
is
no,
a weird thing because it shows like, do they not have confidence to put this in theaters, or are they trying to get people to buy Disney Plus, or like what's
I
going
don't
on?
know. Like there's so many other things that are releasing, like just because we're still like surprise people, we're still in a fucking pandemic. Like just release it in
Yeah.
theaters and release it on digital. Like let people have the choice. Like that's
Yeah.
how it should be going forward anyway, I believe. But
I mean, yeah, well, yeah. I was gonna bring up the Matrix because I was super pissed. That,
Encanto, that's what Sailor Corellia said. Encanto.
is that the other one?
It
Yeah,
might be.
yeah.
I've heard that one's really good too.
Yeah, you're gonna cry when you watch that. Maybe not as much as Coco, but not you specifically. Anyone. No, I like the Matrix Revolutions 4. Matrix 4.
Yeah, Matrix 4. There you go.
It like I decided the weekend that Rachel was out of town, I'm like broing it up, solo bro time. And it's like, I feel like watching Keanu Reeves in the Matrix. Let's fucking do that. And like Saturday, I was like, all right, let's go. It's on HBO Max. I've still got that stupid service for some reason. I load it up.
That's a
Oh,
good
it's not
service.
on HBO Max anymore. It was on yesterday for the last time. I'm like, fuck you. And I'm like, okay, what theaters is it playing at? Oh, this
Out.
movie's been out for a month and it's got like it was Sunday, so it would have been ScrubVerse recording day. So what were the show times? 11 a.m. or 8 p.m. I'm like, fucking cool. I'm not getting up early just to see this movie, so I guess I'm
Because you
never
had
going to
already
see it.
seen it, right? Or had you
No,
not
I've
seen
never
it?
seen Matrix
Oh,
4.
okay.
I was deciding then, like, I had recently watched 1 and 2 amongst lunch breaks,
I
and
watched Red
didn't.
Letter
I
Media's thing about it.
still have not seen 3. Or no, I did. I think I fell asleep every time I tried to watch the third Matrix. But
that
the
sums it up
point
pretty
is,
good.
the point is, it's not on digital, and theaters is like slim picking. So it's like, I don't know if I'll see Matrix 4 until it gets a fucking physical release, I guess, or gets a physical release and is out on streaming again. Then
Why would they? Yeah, just leave it on the streaming. Like that's so
I don't know.
stupid.
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
So dumb.
Well,
We
I'm
also
not.
just terminated HBO Max, by the way.
I mean,
We also just
HBO
canceled that.
HBO Max is out of all of them the one I would probably keep just because of the Adult Swim shit. So,
Oh no, we just we use Rachel's
well, she's
mom's
Disney.
cable provider info to log into the Adult Swim app.
Smart man,
So
smart man.
yeah,
So there you go.
fuck 'em.
Another movie I watched. I'm not going to get into too much detail because we are going to be doing a podcast on this one. Is Not for Resale, and Not for Resale is a documentary by I believe it's I don't know if it was just Pat Contry, but it's the Contry Code or whatever.
Kevin J. James.
Yeah, there you go. And it's a documentary about I think it was back in 2000. It was filmed around 2018, right? I think that's when it was filmed. And it basically gives the rundown on like what the state of the retro like collecting, not so much I mean collecting and the just storefronts and like how digital like is basically like taking over and like how it is convenient, but like sometimes you just want that physical media and just going into a store and how these people that run these stores, especially the mom and pop stores, not we're not talking GameStop and shit here. We're talking the mom and pop stores that are like this is their life. Like they've been in business 5, 10, 20 years and how they have to deal like I mean, they were like one of the things I do remember from it is like the guy from North Carolina. He was like, people ask me all the time, I'm gonna open up a retro store, and he's just a retro collect video game store. He's like, don't do it, like, do not do it, like, especially if there's already one that exists in your city or in your town. Like, don't. It's very specific. Like Pink Gorilla Games does well because it's in fucking Seattle, and like they have all
because of Metal Jesus.
Metal Jesus. They have 2 locations. They have a lot of stuff. I think they started doing imports not too long ago. So they got stuff coming over right across the sea, like from Japan, coming straight to them and all that stuff. But no, it's very, very good. It's a very bittersweet movie. It's like once you start watching and all that stuff, you're just like, this is kind of sad. Like I mean, it's the reality is what it is, really. It's the reality of what we're living in with the retro. But out of all of that, I do realize that I only live 6 hours away from the National Video Game Museum. So Hallie and I are going to make a weekend trip out of that.
Nice.
Because I believe
All right, finally, the movies I'm recommending are.
What do you mean finally? I like making contact.
No, it's.
Are you secretly working for the National Video Game Museum?
No, it's altering your life. Now you're making plans.
Is that what it is?
Outside
you
of
got some
watching
ashy ass hands, man. You need to
movies.
put some lotion on your head.
Oh, could you hear how dry they were?
Yeah.
Excellent.
But no, it's really good. If you should go check it out, you can find it. I think their website is not for. You just Google "not for resale." I bought the Blu-ray copy.
Yeah,
which
that'll find it. That's type "not for resale" movie.
Not for resale documentary. And
unless you're looking for every gross ass stickered game that says "not for resale" on the cover.
But I think I spent $30. I got the physical Blu-ray, DVD, and a digital copy. If you just want to get the digital copy, I think it's like $8 or $9. So it's not bad. It's a very good movie. I really like it, and I could see why it's so much of a comfort movie for you because I could see myself just putting it on and just listening to it. And Chris, if you're listening to this, Pat Contry's only in it like 4 times, so you're fine.
Yeah, just don't watch one half of the 2 commentaries they have. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
But no, and
And
the
then
trailer for it does have the midnight in it. That's pretty cool. I forgot about that.
oh yeah, you're right. So, but I will say that one guy from I think Manhattan or New York, that is a fucking accent. I'll tell you what.
Salem.
Salem, that's what it is. Yeah, because he's got that little dog, and it's Game Zone. That's the place it's called.
Game
And
Zone.
that guy had a little bit of a tragic, not tragic. I mean, it is a little
He's
tragic.
got
But
he tells a story. Yeah.
yeah, he
Go
tells a story. Go watch it.
watch this movie and listen to the Static Zone podcast.
Yeah, we're gonna get into because we're gonna dissect the movie or the documentary a lot in that one. We'll break everything down and all that. So, but then other than that, I've been playing Elden Ring.
That's a shame.
I can't. Fuck you. That game is fan fucking tastic. It's so good. It's just. It is very much. It feels like just an open world Dark Souls. Like it is just. It's so big. It's so big. I was watching. I watch a Twitch streamer. His name's Barber's King, and I was talking to him. I said, "Hey, what kind of build do you recommend for a new player?" He goes, "Anything. Just play the game. Play it however you want." He goes, "The game is fan fucking tastic." He goes, "If you want to be strength, be strength. You want to summon you want to summon stuff, summon stuff." He goes, "Play it however you want. Just immerse yourself in it because this game is so goddamn good." He's on his 4th playthrough already. Like he loves that game so much.
I've
like,
never. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Except
Like
the guy who just played RE3 for the fucking whatever.
Yeah,
time.
you can't say anything about it.
Not
like,
RE3, RE2.
But no,
it's super. Yeah, I don't.
You also don't
I'm
like
not
medieval
bash
stuff
it a lot.
evil
I'm not going
or
to bash
either.
it a lot, but I've never been less interested in something that everybody's raving about, which is fine.
We should
Not
get.
my deal.
They need to make a Dark Souls like based in space. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
But
Man.
no, it's really, really good. I'm about 10 hours in, and I feel like I haven't even scratched the surface on anything. Again, I was doing a fight today where I was just like, I think I died 25 times, but it's that feeling. It's that feeling where I was like, all right, get me back in there. I was streaming it last night, and I was having this conversation with my chat, and I said, someone said, put me back in, coach. That's what it feels like. Like, get me back in, coach. Put me back in there. Or there's sometimes like, you get that magic pixel, and then you get killed. Like, they're down to that little bit, and you're just like, that's bullshit. And then you think about it, you're like, I got too greedy. That's exactly what happened. Like, I got too greedy. And it's the same thing that happens in Mega Man games for me. I got too... Mega Man is one of those games where if you get greedy, you're going to get punished. So, but no, I'm in the arcane area right now. So that... I will say, I know you're not big into it, but... So, first thing I saw these things, I was like, oh, these are spiders. No, they're 2 hands put together that are cut off at the wrist, and it forms one big one, and it moves like a spider. And it's shit in my pants, is what I was about to say. Because I went, oh, I was on stream, I said, oh, I do not like this at all.
No, dude, I can't even do the tarantulas in Resident Evil. Anytime I'm in one of those hallways and all you hear is I don't know if this is gonna pick up on the mic.
A little bit.
But I'm just like fuck. That's what I do every time I'm in a hallway that has giant tarantulas in Resident Evil.
I think I would have rather them be giant spiders. Because at least I'd be like, oh, my fear is justified. Like, it's, that's people are scared of spider. The 2 fucking hands put together, and then when it's stationary sometimes, like, it'll rub its other finger. Like, it's just sitting there. Like, and then, like, disgusting. The middle finger has a ring. So there's small ones and there's big ones.
Oh, fun.
It has a ring that will...
Please keep describing them.
I'm going to. It shoots out like a spell that if it hits you, it traps you. So then it runs up and grabs you and squeezes the shit out of you. I don't like... Then they hide underneath the ground, like those spiders that jump out underneath the ground. And I was just like, fuck you. I don't know if George R. R. Martin came up with these, but fuck you. Like,
there's no fucking way he did. No.
No, he came up with the fucking falcons with swords on their talons. That's a fucking thing.
Oh, okay.
It's legitimately just a falcon with 2 swords grafted onto their talons, and it just swings around and attacks you. I was like, this is fucking stupid. I hate this enemy. So, no, the game's great. I'm having real fun with it. I believe Kenny, he came into the chat last night, and he was like, yeah.
He said something right now about hand enemies.
Yeah, he don't like the hand enemies either, but he was like, I beat it, finally, 130 hours. So
the hand enemies.
No, I'm
I
excited.
can't
Like,
do that. I also can't do that. This is again nothing against the people that do that, but I the game that made me think this was Project Cross Zone, but I was
yeah,
like, I cannot fathom. I don't understand how people put over 100 hours into things like this. But I legitimize it with I'm a really slow reader, so I can't
mm.
zip through all this text that's happening
Oh,
in the game, which I
yeah, I
know
can
is
zip
literally
through.
the story in the Souls games, um, or the lore or whatever. So I don't understand how people can do it. I really don't. So, but
I think
that's
with me, it's just like, I mean, I used to play MMOs, so like I am used to wasting time all the time. So, but
yeah.
no, I'm loving it. I will say it's a very accessible. I don't know if it's as accessible as Dark Souls 3. Dark Souls 3 feels like all right, baby's first Dark Souls. Like, do Dark Souls 3. It's the most user friendly and all that stuff. But Elden Ring's very, very fun. It's just fucking beautiful. Like, there are just scenes. It's just I'm playing on PS4 and it's just goddamn beautiful. Like, it's very, very
Hmm.
good. And I could see myself. I don't usually do New Game Plus or like do a second playthrough on Bloodborne games right away, or not Bloodborne, but Dark Souls games right away. But I could see myself playing this one right away afterwards. Be like, oh, I'm just gonna do a straight up arcane build this time and just use all magic because I'm just going. I was like, big sword, do big damage. Like, so
Yeah.
what it was is I was like, I had this big ass fucking sword, and then I have a
Hmm.
shield. And Final Boss Versus on Twitch, he came into my chat and he goes, Corey, you're not embracing the full Unga. And I was like,
Oh,
you're
brother.
right. So I said, he goes, what you got to do is throw that shield off. And I was like, you're right. So I threw that shield off and just two-handed this weapon. And I was like, I'm not guarding anything now. We're just going to roll and swing. So here we
Yep.
go.
Berserk style.
Basically, there's Guts' sword is in the game. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
find it. So, but no, I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's very frustrating, but it feels good for me. So I'm cool
Hmm.
with it.
That's I mean that was Hotline Miami for me. Is it was the one more
That was
try,
on
one more
sale
try, one more
recently. I
try,
almost picked it
and
up.
that game gets fucking hard. But it's
Yeah.
good. Uh,
So
and I was gonna, you're like, I might do New Game Plus, and I'm over here. I'm like, oh, I just did New Game Plus on Resident Evil 3 Remake, which is a 2-hour game.
yeah, I mean, it's easy to do that. So
But
um,
I did do that, and I think part of it was a pride thing. My second time through, I got a B. Uh, B as in
ooh,
Bravo. For those that are listening, that might
B
not
isn't
sound weird.
bad.
B as in, the first time through, I didn't even get a grade, so fuck them.
I've never gotten a grade. So
Well,
I'm bad at it. You see me, I shit my pants when I can't play Resident Evil games fast. So
I wish that I forever regret that on after one marathon, friend of the sites I've been on, T-Bone, and Rachel and I were hanging out and just playing Resident Evil Code Veronica, and we did the
uh
battle mode. And Rachel's like, "Let me play, let me play," and I was like, "There's the controls are weird because it's tank controls.
she's
I
like,
don't know
shut
if you know
up,
what those are."
hold my beer.
Yeah, she was like that. T-Bone was so patient with her, but I was just like, "Oh God, I'm losing my mind."
You
I
gotta
wish it
give
had
her
been
the
I wish it had been filmed because tank controls do not make sense to like 80% of the human race. And
yeah.
it was just it was a lot of Claire doing this,
Yeah, just pointing up and down and left. Yeah,
just pointing straight up in the air.
yeah, I feel you.
But no, I'm not insulting her. It was like, yeah, this is what tank controls are, everybody.
You gotta give her props for that gusto though. She's just like, give me
Yeah.
that shit. Like,
Hmm.
so
But I'm glad you're enjoying Elden Ring. I'll just never touch it. It's not there could not be a game further from my style of game.
I still
Unless
like
you throw
Bloodborne
fighting
more.
and sports into it.
I still like Bloodborne more
But
just
yeah.
because I like the very Eldritch, Cthulhu-esque like theme and like the gothic horror and all that stuff. So, and also Bloodborne's a more aggressive game. It rewards you for being aggressive. So if you get
Oh.
hit, you have a shadow like health bar that if you attack the enemy right after you get hit, you will regain your health back. So it
Oh.
incentivizes you to be aggressive. Like, it's funny because there's one shield in the
Sounds
game and it's
rhythmic.
a wooden plank, and it's just like, this is useless, is what the item description says. So, but no, that's pretty much all I've been doing. I've been streaming some more. I got a bunch of stuff pickups. I got Kirby Planet Robobot. I got Metroid Samus Returns. I got a bunch of Japanese N64 games because I modded my N64 to play those. I got another batch on the way. I got like $85 worth of Japanese, like good titles like Super Smash Bros, Star Fox, all this other stuff. I got it for $30. I couldn't pass it up. Like I chased the deal on that one. Is what I did. One of those games was Mickey's USA race game.
Racing, yeah.
Yeah. That's like a $15 game. So, but
I mean, that's like half the fucking library is racing games and no-name platformers. That's pretty much the N64 library.
That is true. So.
I almost found it's San Francisco Rush is the best on the N64. I was gonna get a title or a copy of that, but then I saw my brother still had his, so I might just borrow that sometime.
Snag it. Yeah.
People don't believe me when I say it is a collectathon platforming racing game.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Do we need to take a break,
cool,
or
though.
do we just want to go right into the next segment?
I got a whiz.
All right, we'll take a quick little
It'll
5-10
be a
minute break.
quick one.
Yeah, we actually got a couple questions too, so let's go ahead and take a break so we can.
Yeah, there's no
blast through
news,
this
but
real
we got
quick.
to pack one, pick one.
That's
and then
right.
the cues.
N64 versus Dreamcast. Make sure you fucking stick around for it.
Oh, I didn't know that's what it was, but shit, Chris, you fucked up.
You fucked up. You're gonna get whatever we don't pick. That's how it's gonna go. So we'll be back in a bit. Stick around.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
All right, we're back. We are back. We're back with March's Pack One, Pick One. This is going to be a real fun one, but we do have something we need to address first. So people are probably wondering why the logo has been changed and all that stuff. We just want to let everyone know we're going to make this announcement on Twitter or on Twitter as well. But for people that are listening now, Eddie has parted ways with ScrubVerse. He has a lot of things going on in his personal life that are needing his attention. It's his job, just life in general. We all know how that can be, and he knows that. He realized he wouldn't be able to dedicate the time that he wanted to the podcast, so he decided to part ways with him or part ways with us. We're all copacetic, we're all good, we're all on speaking terms and all that stuff. So I don't want anyone to be like, "Oh my God, there's drama" or something like that. No. We're all good. He's always welcome back. He's always welcome back as a guest. If he ever decides later down the road that maybe he does want to venture back into being a ScrubVerse partner, that's a conversation we can have. But he's still a friend of the podcast and a friend of us. So he's we wish him the best of luck. He's got a good game plan going on, so hopefully he can get that focus and he's good. He's going to take care of himself, which is number one priority with everybody on this podcast. So. Salutations to you, sir, and good luck. So I don't know.
He's never getting my Jill pop now.
No, he never has to listen to the podcast anymore because he doesn't have to edit it anymore. So, But no, we will also announce on Twitter an official announcement, and then later at the end of the show, we got a couple announcements specifically to ScrubVerse that we're going to give you guys the update on and all that stuff. So this week is Pack One, Pick One for March. Chris isn't here. So the stipulation on that is he gets whatever is left. So now, since Eddie's no longer in the running, we're going to be having 21 choices now, and we're all going to get 7 choices out of those 21 potential choices. That makes sense?
So, yeah.
Okay.
For this, though, are we going to just you and I pick ours, and then at the end, everything else goes to Chris? Okay.
We're gonna get the first picks. And we can also pick.
I meant the other way to do that is you pick, I pick, we pick for Chris. You pick, I pick, we pick for Chris. But yeah,
I mean, which one do you think would be better?
The one that would screw him over more is if after we're done, he gets everything else.
I'm fine with that.
Yep.
Well, and it's not his fault that he's not here. Really, it's his internet service provider. It sucks.
I told him it'd be great if he just calls in right now from his phone and be like, "Listen, bitches, I'm still picking some."
He's in the chat right now. He's probably gonna be like, "This is what I'm picking next." So,
is he?
Yeah,
hey, Chris.
he just said "fuck" in the chat. So this is what he was waiting on. But I believe so. This is our 3rd edition, Scotty. I believe you've gone first.
Yeah,
I
don't know.
Chris has gone first. Yeah, because your
I forgot
first
to
pick
wear my Aladdin shirt. Fuck me.
Your first pick was Aladdin, so I'm pretty sure Chris went first last time. So He said, "I'll jump on the fucking phone." No, you're not. We're not allowing this. This is what you get.
All right, Chris. Look, I'll give you 2 to pick. All right, here's 1 and 2.
Audio listeners, Scotty put up his middle fingers. So garbage.
He can't even spell garbage.
All right,
Garbage.
so what I was gonna say is we could also just be complete assholes and pick anything that we knew Chris would want to have. So, but I don't think. Yeah, we're gonna do him dirty like that. Welcome to the Scrub
This
Club.
is the most active chat.
Yeah,
all night.
Chad
With
hasn't
him
been
losing
saying
his
shit
shit.
during the news section, during when we were talking about PTSD. No, now they're talking. This is why we got to keep this segment every month. So,
Right.
all right, so I'm going to go first this time. This is we're going to run through all the list of games. So the theme this month was originally, I think H2O helped us out, and he said he gave us 20 games that were the best games on either Dreamcast or N64 of their respected genres. I don't know. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's N64 versus Dreamcast is what it is.
Yeah,
So-
the 2 most uncomfortable first-party controllers against each other.
That's right. That's exactly what it is. So our list of games that we have, we're going to run through it on the tier makers list that we have right here. We have Unreal Tournament for Dreamcast. We have Jet Grind Radio, also Jet Set Radio for Dreamcast. Banjo-Kazooie for N64.
God bless you.
Sorry, yeah. Garbage-Kazooie. So
Garbage.
Quake 3 Arena for the Dreamcast. We have Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, which was technically on both systems, but that's still fine. We have Skies of Arcadia.
No. Wait, did you say 2 or 3?
2.
Oh, yeah, 2 was. Sorry.
2 was on, yeah, it had a blue cartridge on N64. So we have Skies of Arcadia on the Dreamcast. We have Perfect Dark on the N64. We have Grandia 2 on the Dreamcast. We have Rayman 2 Great Escape, which is actually on both systems as well.
PTSD.
Beetle Adventure Racing. Don't know why that one's on there, but sure. I think that was on N64. I don't know if that one got on Dreamcast.
That's a good game.
I've never played it,
No.
so I can't say. I'm going to reserve judgment.
That's
So
a good. It's sitting behind me on this shelf that looks
that's
like
a good game.
hmm
We got to record that. That's a good game. We got Virtua Tennis for Dreamcast. We have Soul Calibur for Dreamcast. We have Blast Core for N64. This was the extra one that I added on there because it had to be on there. We got Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. We have Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the Dreamcast. Donkey King 64 for the N64. GoldenEye 007 GoldenEye for N64. Resident Evil Code Veronica for the Dreamcast. Super Mario 64 for the N64. And The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for N64. How about this? I will make sure, I don't know if Scotty will also make sure, we'll at least give Chris Ocarina of Time, because I don't want it. So
Oh, does he really like that one?
I think he says it's like one, besides Breath of the Wild, like he really likes Ocarina of Time.
Okay.
But we'll give him that
Actually,
one.
yeah,
but-
bear with me a second. I'm going to open up a Word doc because I realize I can't cross things off in text edit, and I hate that. So
Okay.
I'm going to lag out as Word opens. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
If you wanna
I'm going.
talk about any of the titles or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to count here. So we got 1, 2, 3, technically 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We got 12 Dreamcast games, and then I guess the other 9 would be N64. Yeah, we got more Dreamcast games on this list than we have N64. That's bullshit.
But
Yeah,
you made it or something.
I mean, well, yeah,
Did
we'll
you?
see. I didn't make it. H2O
Oh.
made the list, so that he got off of Metacritic. So
Oh,
who made this list? H2O said that he pulled it from Metacritic. So besides Sonic Adventure, let me see exactly what H2O said. When he sent me this list, he said top Dreamcast and N64 games by ranking on Metacritic and game rankings. 1 game per franchise and no sports or racing titles. Which he says that, but Beetle Adventure Racing, is that not a racing game? Yeah, that's a racing game. So I don't know.
I muted myself. Sorry. Yep.
We can either blame it on H2O or we can blame it on Metacritic. So
Blame it on the game.
I will say that there is a lot of rare representation on this
Well,
fucking
I mean,
list.
they were a strong
I
company for the
mean, Conker's Bad
N64.
Fur Day, Banjo Kazooie, Donkey Kong 64, GoldenEye, Perfect Dark. There was another one that I didn't know that they made Blast Core.
They did that one I can't remember now where you're fighting bugs.
Body
And
Harvest.
there's a dog. Nope.
Oh,
there's a dog.
Jet Force Gemini.
Jet Force Gemini. Yep.
Yeah, I actually have that.
That's not a good game though. That I've watched that recently. It's not a great game at all.
Yeah. There wasn't a single
All right.
game that was on the
Hey.
list that was under 90. All right, you ready? All right, I'm gonna
Yeah.
go first. I'm picking Banjo Kazooie. Like, I gotta pick
Whatever.
Banjo Kazooie. That's my jam right there.
Yep.
All right, you're up.
All right. Well, we've got to play it close to the vest, and I'll just take it. Sonic Adventure.
Oh, okay. Scotty's gonna get Sonic Adventure.
To no surprise, maybe surprise. I don't know. And like that's the game I can always go back and play. So it is my favorite Dreamcast game, and not saying that it's the best or that it's even a great game.
Brings you
'cause
the
it is
most
not.
happiness.
Yeah, I can
There
just
you go.
always go back and play it. Bring back Chow Garden.
All right, I have a lot of power right now. There's only 2 fighters on this list.
Ah, yes, Skies of Arcadia.
No, Chris can fucking have that game and it's 30-minute load screens. I don't give a shit.
Oh my.
But we got Soul Calibur and Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Mm-hmm.
And I know
No, he doesn't care about MVC2. I know.
Oh, does he
remember
not?
That.
Does he
Yeah, I
not?
remember that.
Okay.
That
Then
means
I'm
he's
going
getting it.
No, I'm going to confidently take Marvel vs. Capcom 2 then. Like
All right.
I'm going to take that. I need me a Dreamcast game on there. Uh-oh, we got double rows now. All right, you're up.
Man. Yeah, Rare is half the reason to own an N64, or they were, or whatever.
It really is. You don't have Soul Calibur 2 on this list, Chris. You have to act like this list is the only games you own. Ooh, Scotty's thinking.
Am I just going to go through the Dreamcast choices first? I feel like that's what's going to happen here.
I mean, I didn't expect anything less. So
yeah, I'll do Jet Set. It's a love-hate.
Jet Grind.
I'll do it.
All right.
Yep, whatever they
There
call
you
it.
Oh,
That's 2 for me already.
boy. Everyone's like, oh, Corey, don't you like Donkey Kong? Not Donkey Kong 64.
It's too much.
It's
The game
too
is too much.
much. It is too much. Welcome in, Backhand Cam. I thinks I gotta go Super Mario 64.
That's fine.
I've been starting to learn how to
feel like-
speed run it, so I mean, there we go.
I mean, I already got the equivalent of that with Sonic Adventure, so here we
Basically,
are.
there we go.
Yeah. Now I have to think here because I don't want to do. My gut was like, oh, Unreal's pretty good. Go with that one next.
Remember, we have 7 choices this time, not 5. So
yeah, because I do want to. I don't need to worry about variation or variety. I just pick what I want.
yeah, I
should
think at
just
this
go with my
point,
gut.
the variety will
problem.
come at the end. Like you'll see your variety that you have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. I'll do Beetle Adventure Racing next.
Wow. Okay.
It's a good racing game.
I need to check it out then. I don't know if I have it. I don't think I have it. I have a
Spoilers,
bunch
there's
of.
not much variety in the vehicles because they're all bugs.
They're all Herbies.
So they're all Herbies. There's different types. It's just it's a fun. I liked it. Maybe it hasn't aged well. Who knows?
This is tough. You know, the last marathon was the first time I actually got my hands on with Virtua Tennis.
Oh yeah,
and I really like. I hate playing tennis in real life, but I really like tennis games, whether it be Mario Tennis. And I thought it was only Mario Tennis that I liked, but Virtua Tennis was my fucking jam. Also because it works with the fishing rod. So.
Oh yeah, yeah, but oh man, we got a couple fishing rod games actually here.
Yeah, I'm taking Virtua Tennis.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, that was Virtua Tennis. I played before Mario Tennis, And Mario Tennis was a lot of fun, but Virtua Tennis was, I don't know, the simplicity in it.
You know what makes me really fucking mad? Is that, yes, I love Eddie. I love him. But god damn it, he has Chrono Trigger and fucking Alien vs. Predator on his list that no one can touch anymore.
Yep. Well.
Oh, man. All right.
That in mind, Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. That's
the
a good
pole
one.
still burns.
Pole still burns. I am going to take.
Okay.
Yeah, this should be my 1, 2. This will be my 5th. I'm going to take Perfect Dark. Perfect Dark is a better 007.
I missed the boat on that because the Dreamcast was out then.
Yeah, the Perfect Dark came out in the late life cycle of the N64. If it would have came out earlier, like granted, Grant Kirkhope made the music for GoldenEye, and it's really good and it's fun. But Perfect Dark is better. Perfect Dark is a better
remake.
I'm thinking of multiplayer. So
isn't some sort of remake happening of that or something?
Something like that. I feel like there was a remake on the 360. No, there was a remake of GoldenEye, I think, on one of those systems. Anyway, you're up.
Crap. Rayman 2 is an okay game, but that last boss was one of the worst final bosses.
I watched that stream.
One of the best examples of the devs gave up. They were out of gas.
Was that the lava one where you kept flying around?
Yeah. I muted my mic because I could not. I was so angry that nothing positive was coming out of my mouth. I muted the mic because I was getting
it was rough.
It's so bad. Needless to say, you're gonna get that one, Chris. So what do I? So I've got 3 more to pick. More to pick. I do really like Unreal. I do really like Quake. I think there's more to do in Unreal, so we're gonna go with Unreal Tournament.
Heard. I'm taking Tony Hawk. I like Tony Hawk games.
Chris has a problem. He enjoys Rayman 2. Have you played that whole game? It's a good game. It's not a bad game.
Chris plays trash, and he enjoys it sometimes. So
I don't know what my problem is. I guess I should just be the shitty platformer dude on Megavisions because I played through Croc and hated myself for that. I played through Rayman 2 and hated myself for that. But I'm glad I finished them because they're both games that were, oh my god, just good.
Chris is gonna make out like a bandit here, and he doesn't even know it.
Yeah, that's whatever. What did you pick?
I got Tony.
You got Tony Hawk.
Yeah, right. I thought you were gonna get it.
Over there. I mean, I played Tony Hawk. I played the shit out of it. I could still play Unreal. I can still play Tony Hawk though. What do I have 1, 2, 3.
All right, so for audio listeners,
two more.
The remaining choices are Quake 3 Arena, Skies of Arcadia, Grandia 2, Rayman 2, Blast Corps, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Donkey Kong 64, 007 GoldenEye, Resident Evil Code Veronica, and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time.
Old Veronica.
Game.
Oh, I thought you said cold, like chili.
Oh, is that what you want?
Oh, cool, Veronica's back. Nope.
Oh, okay. I thought that's what you wanted.
Yeah, take it off there. I just picked a shooter, but GoldenEye's also good.
It's fun.
And I'm gonna have only one more pick after that.
Slim pickings.
And I don't care about Bad Fur Day. I definitely don't care about 64. Blast Corps I did play on the rare replay, and the controls are rough. Grandia I never touched. Skies of Arcadia I enjoyed what little bit I played of it. It does have a really cool world.
It does.
So I think for the sake of variety, I'm going to toss Skies of Arcadia in there.
All right. I thought Chris was going to end up getting that one, but I'm not picking Grandia, so he can have that one. So I am going to go with...
That's not... Blast Corps is not a shooter, Anti-Chris. He said all N64 shooters have rough controls.
I mean, most of them do. I think this is a tough one. This is a tough one for me because I've narrowed it down to 3. And one of them's loose. I don't even really know why there's a third option there. But I've narrowed it down to Conker's Bad Fur Day, Quake 3 Arena, and Donkey Kong 64. But the problem with Donkey Kong 64 is I haven't played it in years, and I kind of want to play it again just to give it a second chance.
No, you
but-
have Mario.
Well, I'm wondering if you don't go collect-a-thon with the game, how bad is it really? Because
You still have to play as like every character to get through certain parts, and it forces you, and you can't change into
true.
those characters anytime. You have to go to the certain part of the level where you
you have to
change
go
into
to the
that
barrel
character.
and jump into the barrel.
And also, I'll remind you that on Burgle My Bananas with Giant Bomb, back in the day, they spun a mystery wheel. One of those options on that wheel was to completely change the game and play Mario 64 instead, because that's how much they were hating DK64.
Okay. I've recently played Quake, and I really liked it. I never played Quake as a kid, and Quake is really, really fun.
We had a lot of fun with that. Or you
Quake
guys
is
did.
really
I think
fun.
it was sleeping.
But Conker's Bad Fur Day also has a really good multiplayer mode.
Yeah, probably. I did not touch that one. To clarify, we're not talking about Live and Reloaded. Somehow, I heard that somehow that version was worse. I don't know how that works, but
Yeah, I never played it. I just played with that. I think I'm gonna go with Quake 3. I'm gonna go Quake 3. All right, Scotty, you got one choice left.
I'll send you a mouse and a keyboard.
Yeah, please. So you got one choice left, Scotty. What's it gonna be?
Yeah, I don't care about Grandia. Rayman sucks. Blast Chord's too hard. GoldenEye's good. Ocarina of Time is okay, but I have Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't care what else I get because I got Sonic Adventure.
Right.
But
take GoldenEye.
Hold on. It's either my three that I'm narrowed down to right now are GoldenEye, Ocarina, or Code Veronica.
Oh, I thought we were gonna give Chris Ocarina, but you're like, fuck that. You could be. I mean, again, this is your choice.
Yeah. So if I take, now I'm looking at what I take. What is Chris gonna have?
I mean, anything. He potentially, out of these, he will have either Grandia 2, Rayman 2, Blast Core, Conker's Bad Fur Day. He's getting Donkey Kong 64, Resident Evil Code Veronica, Ocarina of Time, or GoldenEye. He will be one less of those games.
Okay, so I guess what would I always be able to sit down and play? Zelda, Claire, or James Bond?
I don't know what. I don't know how.
Battle mode.
Yeah, I don't know how Resident Evil Code Veronica is, but I feel like you not taking a Resident Evil game is weird.
It's one of the weaker ones, in my opinion, but it's still good. It was the first one to have a first-person mode.
I mean, you're telling me things on. You're telling me reasons why you should pick it. So.
Nah, but I like it. You could play. I would. Fuck. GoldenEye.
GoldenEye. All right, there you go.
Yeah.
All right, so walking away today for this month, I'm walking away with Banjo-Kazooie, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Super Mario 64, Virtua Tennis, Perfect Dark, Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2, and Quake 3 Arena. Scotty is walking away with Sonic Adventure, you're welcome, Jet Grind Radio, Beetle Adventure Racing. I honestly did not think that was going to make a third round pick, but sure. Soul Calibur, Unreal Tournament, Skies of Arcadia, and 007 GoldenEye. And Chris is walking away with Grandia 2, Rayman 2, Blast Core, Conker's Bad Fur Day, Donkey Kong 64, Resident Evil Code Veronica. Scotty's holding up his copy of Beetle Adventure Racing on N64 right now. I need to look through. I looked through a bunch of my.
But yeah.
There you go. He's getting Resident Evil Code Veronica and Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So I don't think, for Chris not being here, I think he got a pretty good haul. Yeah. It's not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
Let's put all these there where they go.
We'll learn that his opinion no longer matters since he enjoyed Rayman 2.
Yeah. All right, man. These lists are getting pretty big, and we expect to do these for the rest of the year. So...
Oh, good God.
So there we go. These lists are going to be huge. We might need to... Maybe we need to go with 15 choices instead of 21 choices. So... but no, I think that's pretty good. We don't know what next month's going to be. I don't even know what next month's going to be yet. The first month was, what was it? Super Nintendo games.
It was games that were not packaged with the system.
That's right. The second one was arcade cabinets, or arcade cabs that were originally on console. No, they were originally arcade cabs that got ported to console. and then this one was basically top N64 versus top Dreamcast, according to Metacritic. So now I guess we got to figure out what we want to do. We probably need to start dabbling into the. Yeah, I don't know. We need to think of some themes. Throw
We
some
haven't done
ideas
any
around.
handheld stuff.
Yeah, we need to do some handheld stuff. I think
Great,
handhelds would
every
be good.
Pokemon game. Hooray.
I mean, we could
Can
do
we do
like
handheld and just remove all Pokemon?
I mean, we could. I mean,
It would be more interesting.
I think maybe instead of, I think having Pokemons in there is fine, but you don't have to do all three from like if you're gonna do a Pokemon, you got to pick one game. Like if we're gonna do Game Boy,
Yeah.
you can pick like Pokemon Red, like that's what you're gonna get. And if you
Yeah.
pick Pokemon Red, it means either Pokemon Red or Blue. So you get both hypothetically.
Gotcha.
So. So we could do that. Handheld games, there's a lot. Game Boy, you got Game Boy Color, Game Gear,
Neo Geo Pocket Color.
Neo Geo
Neo Geo.
Pocket. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff. We need to get some obscure shit too. We don't need to get all the
Pico
hits.
games, Sega Pico, Game
Oh my
Wave.
Fuck you in the Game Wave. So but no, we're gonna do this every month, so we'll figure out something by I'll work with H2O and we can work with him and see what we can do. We could also work together. Maybe we just in H2O, I'm telling you right now, don't make a list until we tell you what to make. That's all I'm saying. Because we need to agree on something, because it's getting to the point where we all need to like be like, oh, we got to come up with some ideas and stuff like that. So but no, I think this was pretty good. Our lists are looking pretty good. We will start sharing these on social media every week now that the lists are getting large, and we can I feel like what we can do is like because we're only going to do this every month, so we can be like, all right, who's got the best collection overall this month? So it's going to constantly change on Twitter, so be on the lookout for that on Twitter. So
You also haven't even done PC, but I don't know if that's even a realm that we should.
I mean, I'm
the best
big into
big box PC game.
I mean, I played a lot of you can't Space Pinball. That's the best PC game. So
I don't even know what that is. That a genre or a game?
it was a game that I think was on every Windows XP computer. Like it was just a pinball that was space themed. It wasn't that great. So
I'm sorry. I just thought of the best PC game, Descent.
Oh no, Minesweeper. There it is, right there.
Whoops. Yeah.
That separates the boys from the men. So, all right, moving on to the next segment that we got, because we need to wrap this up. It's getting pretty late. Scotty, if any, you know what, Scotty, ask me this week. Ask me about questions this week.
What are questions, and where should they be asked, Corey?
What happened to your balls, sir? You gotta. Left him in the glove compartment. A beetle. All right. Yes. If you want to ask us questions, you should join the fucking Discord. Audio listeners, you can go check out our link tree. There is a link to our Discord on there. H2O in the chat has already showed the link there. So yeah, if you're going to do that, well, you can get your questions asked on the podcast, and the first one's going to sound like this. Let's see. Zombie Hunter asks, Magic the Gathering, Yu-Gi-Oh, or a Pokemon trading card game? If you had to play one of them for the rest of your life, which one would it be and why? I'm gonna broaden that to any card game. What card game would you play for the rest of your life if you could only play one?
Fan of Crazy Eights.
So just regular cards.
No.
You could choose Uno.
If we were going with those three, I was going to say the Pokemon game, because I tried playing Magic a couple times. It bored me. Never got into Yu-Gi-Oh. That was after my time. And I did get into Pokemon game, and it made sense to me, and I enjoyed what I did play of it. So
the Game Boy game is really fun, a Pokemon trading card game, and I haven't played the sequel.
I've heard
I should
that
play
too.
that. But the art on the Pokemon cards are great. Like they just look really good.
Oh, I would say they range from what the fuck is that to this looks really good. Well, because you got that balloon pink Pikachu.
Well, there's some that are just like, oh, they just took a picture of a figure in some dirt. Like that's what they did. But then there's like this extravagant art on another one. You're like, all right. So you're going to choose Pokemon. I'm going to go with Magic the Gathering, even though I have a lot of hate for some of the standard and some of the meta and stuff like that. I like Magic the Gathering, some of the mechanics are stupid, but I still have my burn deck that I'm able to play in modern, and I'm just like, all right, you're gonna do all this combo shit. I'm gonna 3 to your face, 3 to your face, 3 to your face. I win. So there we go.
I'll
It's
smile
the
and
one.
nod. I always, I don't know what that means.
It's the one deck that I have that's almost foiled out. Like I've just been slowly buying foil replacements for it, so it's fun.
What's
I like it.
3 to your face mean, though?
So in Magic the Gathering, you start with 20 life, and Lightning Bolt is an instant speed card, which that means you can play it basically at any time, as long as you have the mana. It's a 1 red mana, and it does 3 damage to the opponent or target creature. So that's
So it only
pretty
does
good.
3 damage. Oh, I thought 3 damage is not much.
No, 3 damage for 1 mana cost is really good. Like if it was 3 damage
Oh.
for 2 mana cost, that's a little less good. But that whole deck
Gotcha.
is just about burning your opponent's face or burning creatures to
Mana.
get your creatures through.
Mana is energy in Pokemon.
Correct. You are correct, sir. That is what it is. But no, in Pokemon you have prizes. So once all your prizes are gone, then you lose. So, and then Yu-Gi-Oh, they just took 20 life points and added like 2 zeros to the end of it. So now you have like 2,000, or no, it's like you start with like 4. I don't know how Yu-Gi-Oh is anymore. That shit's stupid. So, but all right. Next question we got. This is going Alicia Ravensquill asked specifically. This is going to be a serious question. She says, so we had the preview of Hogwarts Legacy this week, which has no input from J.K. Rowling, and then the news about Moon Studio, who are the creators of Ori series, and the allegations of misconduct by the 2 heads of the company. Both teams are incredibly dedicated to their games, but the problematic behaviors of their creators are hard to ignore. My question is, where do you draw the line in supporting a game?
I don't know, because I don't know. The thing that popped into my head was immediately the band Lost Prophets, and if people know, then they know.
Yep.
I do not support or listen to anything by them, even though one of the best shows I've been to was 18 Visions, Midtown, Lost Prophets, like one of the best shows I've been to. But fuck, yeah, just look it up if you really feel like feeling like shit. What the lead singer of Lost Prophets has done, but I can't
Yeah.
support anything. They even rebranded. They even the whole band started another band
Called the Found
I don't know if
Prophets.
they're still if they're good one. There's the episode title. I don't know if
yeah, that's a good title.
I don't know if they're still doing music. So, but like that, I don't like. I like have deleted their stuff from my libraries and stuff like that. So, and unfortunately, there's other stuff that's come out with a lot of bands, and it's the reason that I don't get a band's name tattooed on myself.
Yeah.
Because you learn things eventually or whatever. In terms of games, I guess it depends. I hate going with that answer. I'll just give another example though, and it was really hard for me to decide. I really like Duke Nukem 3D, and then Gearbox released Duke Nukem Forever, and then we learned about all the bullshit with Gearbox and basically the fact that Borderlands 1 and 2 are good games because the money was taken from Colonial Marines, from Duke Nukem Forever, and put into the production of Borderlands 1 and 2. So I hate those games, and I hate Gearbox for that.
Well, also
Then I
Randy
learned,
Pitchford sucks.
well, I was getting to that. Then I learned, I shouldn't really hate them because a lot, Sega okayed a lot of that shit, aside from it going to court eventually. Again, look all this up. We're not going to get into it, but
we might have covered it at one point in the early episodes. So
maybe with the weekly "What's Randy Up To?" But
Randy, you're the illest.
But then I learned instead of hating Gearbox, Randy Pitchford's just kind of a horrible person.
Yep.
And then it's like, well, shit, I really fucking like this Duke Nukem. I'm a sucker for commentary on stuff. And when games started adding commentary, that was crazy. And they did that in the last anniversary release of Duke Nukem 3D. And for a little bit, I was like, fuck, I don't know if I want to buy this because Gearbox has the Duke Nukem license now. 3D Realms is just kind of sort of there. I ended up getting it. I ended up platinuming that game because I like the game more, and they didn't they added some stuff, but
Mhm.
how much did X, Y, and Z have to do with whatever? I don't know. It's
Right.
just it's so confusing.
Well,
Um,
this gets brought up a lot, especially unfortunately in the gaming world right now. But I'm a very big. I love stand up comedy. I believe stand up comedy and impromptu comedy are two of the purest forms of comedy out there. I really like it to the point where I've actually been looking into it, pursuing maybe doing like a 10-minute stand up, like writing it out, performing it, seeing how it would do, all that stuff. And the first thing that always comes to mind is the Louis C.K. scandal.
mhm.
And it's just like, man, because Louis C.K., like a lot of his shit is very, very funny. A lot of his stuff is very good. Uh, but that whole thing is like, because when I had a conversation with Fox Mac when all of it happened, my Fox Max, for people that don't know, is my real life buddy, and he we brought it up. He brought it up. He goes, "So did you hear the stuff about the Louis C.K. stuff?" And this was right around when it happened. And I was like, "Yeah, but like it was only such and such." And he was like, "Yeah, but if we say that, where do we draw the line at?" I'm not going to get into specific details. If you want to look it up, go ahead and look it up. And I was like, "Shit, you're right. Like you can't just be like, oh, it wasn't that bad and all that." But at the end of the day, I still listen to Louis C.K. stuff. Like I think it is. I feel like there is a bit of the severity of it, the way it was handled, and uh, what else? There was one other thing I was gonna say, and there's a little bit of separating the people from the art. But yeah, at the end of the day, you don't want to support like you don't. It's like with Ubisoft, you don't want to support shit because Ubisoft's shit. Same with Randy
Right.
Pitchford and all that stuff. So that's a tough question. Like I think is what
Um,
you go ahead.
I thought of something else that hit me pretty hard recently. Firefly is one of my favorite TV series, and I mentioned how I love commentary. I've
Mhm.
watched Firefly back and forth. I've watched it with and without commentary. Recently, I threw it on during lunch, and I put comment. And I think it had commentary on by default.
Mhm.
And then Joss Whedon started talking. I'm like, oh fuck, I can never listen to anything this guy has to say again. So it's like shit. I could still watch Firefly, I think, but I can't listen to whatever he has to say.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, it's
so,
just also too.
but
That's
that
tough.
that was an example of literally separating
Yeah,
from the creator there.
yeah.
But yeah,
I think sometimes you
so
really do have to separate the creator from the art is what it really boils down to, and it's tough too at the end of the day because you're like, it's easier to do that, but then you're also like, especially if that artist is still in charge of the art you're monetarily supporting, you're like, fuck, like I like this, but I don't want to support this person. But it's tough. It's a real tough question that I don't think we have a definite answer for. And sometimes you're gonna
yeah.
have questions like that in life. So,
Raven's Quill says same thing with Buffy for her. I never did see Buffy, but yeah, Joss Whedon also did that.
oh, okay.
Um, and hmm, it's on. This is not the exact same thing, but I can think of stuff that I know is not good, but I really like the person that made it. So I'll
Mhm.
still support and like tell people to check something out,
Yeah,
even though it's
even if
like
it's trash.
that's not really a great game. That singer kind of sounds like shit, but
Yeah.
I like
But they're
what they
good
do and
people.
how they treat people. Yeah. So it's a
It's
weird,
easier to do it on that. And when you flip the coin,
that
it's
is
much
easier,
easier.
but
It's much easier to be like, hey, this thing's not very good, but this person's awesome, so I'm gonna give them some money.
yeah.
So it's really tough when that's flipped.
Yeah.
So
And cancel culture is really cool right now and really easy to say, click,
mhm.
I'm not following somebody on Twitter, but that's not the same thing. And that's
No,
not
I
and
think
also cancel culture sucks. Just learn to
yeah.
look stuff up and think for yourself, you fucking idiots.
I think the best thing is to, if you are concerned about it or questioning it, do your research,
Right.
learn about the situation or the individuals involved, and then make your own decision. As long as you have
Yeah.
reasoning, as long as you have well-informed reasoning and information to back up your decision, then no one can really fault you, unless it's just totally dumb. So,
I had to with Gearbox when stuff of that was coming to light and they were going to court with Sega, if people came in and asked for recommendations or like asked what we thought about Borderlands, I would sometimes have to leave because
Yeah.
Aliens is my favorite sci-fi franchise.
Yeah,
and
I
to
know.
that they directly ruined an Aliens game. Oh
Hey,
boy.
you know what though? We got this one now. We got Aliens
Oh,
Fire
brother.
Team Elite.
I
It's-
don't know. Yep, you're talking about it.
We're gonna find out together. I don't know if this is good either, but I got it for $20. So
Yeah.
All right, I think I like questions like that make us think. We don't have a definite answer. Do what?
Most importantly, don't take things at face value is what we're saying.
Yeah.
Also.
Do research. So
and the new Harry Potter game is apparently not involving her, which Ravensquill informed me of. So
that's good.
Rachel is going to play that. I was into Harry Potter and out real fast, so I have nothing against it, but it'll be fun to watch that.
I'm not going to talk too much shit on Harry Potter because I know people do like Harry Potter, but I don't like it, and I don't think it's a good franchise. I'm just going to leave it there. So, but I love Lord of the Rings, so I don't know. People can dunk on me all day. So
I truthfully fell asleep during each Lord of the Rings movie when I saw it in theaters.
I watch the extended cuts and love them. So
yeah, you got a problem. You and Pal should just hang out.
Oh man, they just
whatever.
So at first I was also like Lord of the Rings fucking whatever. And then I started like looking more into it and I didn't read the Silmarillion, but I started like you also don't like medieval stuff either. So it doesn't like if it was Lord of the Space, so you would probably like it. Lord of the Saturn Rings. So
I know that I know they're good movies. They're still entertaining, but I legit fell asleep watching them.
I mean, I even
know.
gotten to the point where
They're
I
slow
looked up
going.
like the filmmaking, like because like Peter Jackson did every fucking trick in the book. Like he did practical effects, he used forced perspective, he used. I mean, there were parts where he had to use CGI, but it doesn't look terrible. Like it's very, very good, and I think I haven't watched them in a while, so it might be time to rewatch the extended cuts. So. This last question that we have, I feel like we've answered it before, but the only reason I'm going to have us answer it is because Kenny brings up a game that I used to play religiously on the PS3. So, Leftover Ginger in the Discord says, what is the one achievement in gaming that you are most proud of? Whether it's adding a certain game to your collection, beating a game, he's put in parentheses, with or without rules, like a Nuzlocke in Pokemon, or speedrunning a game, getting an achievement or a trophy, etc. He says, for example, I think mine is winning a tournament for a game on PS3 called Warhawk and getting a skin for a knife in the game that only 50 people in the world have. I never got that, and you're a piece of shit. No, you're not a piece of shit. That took a lot of getting to get that, but that game is really, really good. Scotty looks like he's ready. Left 4 Dead 2.
Okay. Yeah, I'd have to look up the achievement, but I beat it on hard mode with my buddies, and that was a lot of fun. And we felt pretty fucking accomplished when that helicopter landed and we all finally got onto the damn thing.
Fair enough.
I'd have to really, because I was like, recently Microsoft and Xbox did you could walk through a museum of your achievements and your gamer score and crap.
Oh, that's cool.
And I was like, oh shit, I remember this. Oh shit, I remember this. Like all these things. So achievements sometimes they matter to me. Like if a game comes out on PS4 and Switch, I'll maybe lean towards PS4 because I want trophies more.
Yeah.
Trying to find
trophies have never.
Oh, here it is.
Trophies have never incentivized me. When I was younger, I was like, I don't care about trophies or achievements, which is unfortunate because I could have Achievement Hunter made a career out of it. So
yeah, but I think that would have taken the fun out of it if I did that.
Yeah,
I definitely do know people, like friends that made it a job, and I was like, this is not. I'm having less fun knowing that you're doing this.
Mine is finally like being able to have the money to buy a complete inbox Super Famicom because I love the Super Nintendo so much, and having the Super Famicom is really good.
Oh, I thought we were talking about video game achievements.
I mean, he says it also includes adding anything to your collection.
Oh,
or beating a game.
I skimmed it, and all I saw was achievements.
So, I mean, that's fair enough, but. No, I think that I mean, recently getting Illbleed, which I didn't really buy, like Chris bought me that for my birthday, so that was kind of cool to have. No, I think also too just playing like one of the really cool things was my wife raging at Donkey Kong Country 2. For her to actually sit down and play a video game is a feat unto itself. So when she was like, "Hey, I want to play a video game," and I showed her, she's like, "I want to play one of your favorite video games," and so we played that, and she gave it a good effort. She got past the first world. She got to the lava world, which was the next world, and she said, "Fuck this game." So I got to give her that. But I'll also say too another. So that's one, and then another one that was pretty cool was we were doing a Mega Man panel at one of the Anime Blues cons in Memphis, Tennessee. So we were giving away Mega Man stuff that we had gotten some vendors to donate. I had done some bead art. We were doing trivia and all that stuff. And I was playing through Mega Man X, and we only had an hour. So I'm not a speedrunner at the game, but I was playing it, and I was at the first boss of the Sigma Tower, and it's like the spider boss that comes down, but you can't hit it until it opens up its eye. And I was talking to the audience, and the spider was coming down, and I had the Hadoken, which is a one shot if you pull it off. I happened to just look up, see the spider just opening its eye, and I did the Hadoken just out of muscle memory, and it hit, and the whole room just went, yeah! And I was like, all right, there we go. We're ending the panel now. That one was pretty fun. I like that.
There you go. I thought of two more. But the trophy is called damn it. Or wait, no. Fuck. Let me check. Sorry. I'll tell you what, trophy websites are hard to read sometimes. There's too much shit. Okay, so it must have been expert mode, because yeah, there's you can beat it on. I don't know the last time anyone fucking played Left 4 Dead, but in the game, your people you're playing with are highlighted in a color, so you don't accidentally shoot or Molotov or whatever them. So there's a mode you can play it through on expert, and then you can play it through on survivor, where they are not highlighted as you're going through.
And friendly fire is on.
Essentially, yeah. Okay, yeah. So the one that I got was called "Still Something to Prove: Survive All Campaigns on Expert." That was a lot of fun. And
That's
then
a lot of time and commitment.
Dude, it gives you a time of each level when you're done at the end of it. Dark Carnival took us 24 hours total to get through that, and that's 4 chapters in the campaign. Yeah. It was so much fun. It was so much fun because this was like 10 years ago when we all worked in retail. We'd get done at 9, roll back into our houses at like 9:30, 10, boot up the game, play till 2 or 3 in the morning. I've told these stories before about Left 4 Dead because it's some of the best online playing with friends
Pills
and
here.
stuff. Pills here. And then, but another one, 2 other ones, is PAX East 2010. My buddy Anthony and I rolled into finding out that there was a Saturn Bomberman tournament going on.
That's right.
Not
You
knowing
have told
about
us
it
that
beforehand. And so we're like, all right, we'll give it a shot. Oh, I've told this story because it ended with me almost passing out in a bathroom and slamming my head off the urinal.
Yeah.
The tournament started at like 5 o'clock or something, and we were going to meet friends right after. And like 7 o'clock rolls around, and our friends are texting us like, "Are you guys coming or what?" And Anthony's like, "This is more important," or something like, "Scott's dominating this tournament.
Anthony,
we'll be there
I
when
can
we're
see
there."
him saying that. Yeah.
Yeah. And so, but it was nuts because it's a 10-player match that gets, you get taken down one by one. I ended up getting first, and I got a fucking medal to prove it. So, and this is one of 4 medals because it worked out this way that the guy that was hosting it, this was the first PAX East, and the guy hosting it was like, "Hey, we're gonna have another round of this over on the West Coast for PAX Prime." It was called then. Now it's PAX West or PAX Seattle, I forget. And we were both like, all right, cool. We live in Pittsburgh. We're not just going across the fucking country. But as it turns out, we did end up going to PAX West, just me and Anthony. And I got 3rd in that marathon or in that tournament. And then I have another medal up here for handheld, which AJ was with me for that at PAX. On the Vita, Sonic and All-Star Racing Transformed.
Oh my god.
we signed up. AJ and I signed up. AJ didn't realize you had to bring a Vita and game, so he just kind of went with me.
Yeah.
And we walked in. And we're like, "Shit, are we late? Sorry, we're here for the blah 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 transformed." And they're like, "Oh yeah," and just two dudes in beanbag chairs in the handheld room. And he's like, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, we can start over, but if you want to hop in." So it was just two guys already there. Me joined, got first. Didn't really have any conversations.
And then just
Waited
left.
for the person to come back with the medal, and then we just left.
Wow, what a fucking asshole.
It's the worst I've ever felt, but AJ was like, no, that was great.
Well, I think I told that story about Foxmac when we went to one of the Anime BluesCon, and it was Soul Calibur 5 had just came out. And he's sitting there, and it just came out that weekend, so he was playing it nonstop at my apartment. And then we go to the convention, and he sits down, and he's playing it, and he's just beating everybody that walks up. That to the point where someone walks up and is like, "Hey, can you let somebody else play because they're all getting tired of playing against you and lose?" And he was like, "I don't give a shit about these scrubs anyway." And he just walked out. I love that shit. Was baller. That was so baller. Like, because I walked off, I was like, "I'm gonna go hang out in the convention." He's like, "All right," and I think I was in the dealer's room, and he walks up with his stick in his hand. I was like, "What happened? Did you lose?" He goes, "Nah, I beat everyone's ass." He's like, "Let's go." So
yeah, that's pretty good. PS3 Warhawk did remind me. It's just one of the better things. Something that doesn't happen. It's not going to happen probably ever again, or not with this game anyway. But Resistance 2 on the PS3 had a co-op mode that was really good. Like one of the more balanced co-op modes I've played. Because it was a rock, paper, scissors thing where you'd normally have a team of 3, and there's a tank, there's a healer, there's the ammo guy. I had a PS3, and I was living with 3 other guys. One of them had a PS3. We brought a second TV out into the living room of the apartment. We had TV, 2 people on each console, on each TV. And then this was before like decent headsets. So you had that shitty PS3 one that came with SOCOM or whatever.
Yep, I had one.
We had that, and we literally had someone else's phone sitting on the table like in front of us because we were playing with another team of our buddies in another part of campus. So we had like a 6-man thing going on with Resistance 2 in the co-op mode. So
that's pretty cool.
I mentioned that because it's one of the more fun. Like we had to figure this out because we didn't have any headsets and whatever, and so
you're right. Yeah, the headset sounded like this. Like they sounded real bad. So, all right, we're gonna wrap up the questions. I did not realize that Scotty and I could do a 2.5-hour podcast, but here we are. So,
well, we got one tomorrow, so.
That is true. Those are only like an hour. Well,
I want to shout out Leftover Ginger real quick. Kenny said, "Hell yeah, Resistance 2. He loved that series." I've literally started playing through Resistance 2 again because
why don't you go make out with him
over there? No, dude, it blows.
I know. I think I have them.
Sony had such a missed opportunity. That could have been their gears. I am so much more interested in the story of Resistance 2, where instead of World War II, aliens show up. Instead of Gears of War doing that.
Well, I think then they tried like to push the Killzone series real hard. That's why they didn't.
Yeah, that was the same. Yeah, such a letdown.
Well, get wrecked. So, all right, we're gonna wrap it up. Like Scotty said, I guess we can kind of say what we're gonna be doing this week. We're gonna be doing a podcast. So, Scotty, I'm not gonna steal your thunder because that might be the only thing you're doing. So,
it is as usual. Cool shit. Static Zone Podcast is a podcast about movies that Corey and I do together. We mentioned earlier that we're going to be talking about Not for Resale. We recently talked about Chef and a couple other things on there. We talked about everything from Transformers to Dolomite to
Making Contact to Action Jackson to
Hackers
to maybe Evolver again.
Maybe.
Oh, we had Chirito was on for. We had a guest, so we had Chirito.
We had a guest. How do I show people where that is?
You'd have to look up our link tree and put it in the chat. So that's fine.
Eventually.
I guess that's really all you're going to be doing, right? So I can go on with mine.
Correct.
So. I'm going to be doing that. We might actually be doing, well, not this week, but we'll do another one probably next week to get caught up on stuff. But I'll be doing some more streams. This is spring break week. I also just put my 2 weeks notice into my current job because I got a new job. So I'm super fucking happy about it. Scotty, you'll be right behind me. Don't worry. So
I was saying this is you saying fuck you, other job.
my friend messaged me Foxmac messaged me, and we were talking about the job, and I was like, yeah, I put my resignation in. He was just like, see you fuckers, Corey. That's how it should have been. But yeah, tremendous weight has been lifted off my shoulders, so I'm feeling really good. I'm excited about the new opportunities. And then another thing we're going to announce too, ScrubVerse has always been trying to release every week. But what we're going to do is, for the sake of our sanity and just kind of like easing back a little bit, because we all have lots of shit going on right now, we're going to go to 2 episodes a month. So ScrubVerse will be releasing every other week. So that's perfect with our segments. We have the video game Scrub Club that we do, and we have the Pack One Pick One, which, by the way, on the next episode, which the recording should be on April 3rd, we will be reviewing Disco Elysium. So I have my copy. I'm going to start it this week, and we're going to see how it goes. Chris said that we should give a game that is longer than 10 hours, either 8 to 10 hours, to kind of give a review, or we can go ahead and completely beat it if we want to. So that's what we're going to do. So pay attention. So be looking out for that one. And Scotty, I think that's all I got. What do you got? Is that all you got? I got to go take a poop. So
well, yeah, and we'll remind people, if you are podcast hungry, though, we're going to make it so that Static Zone alternates with ScrubVerse. And also so that Corey and I don't lose our minds. So.
Yeah, ScrubVerse will release on Wednesday of one week, and then the following week, Static Zone will release on Friday. So we're going to try and keep that going, because I think if we take on too much more stuff, we might. I think I'll say some of us. I was experiencing a little bit of burnout, so I think taking the step back.
I've got all these mouths to feed.
I've got 10 cats to feed. What are you talking about? Audio listeners, Scotty just knocked over all his fucking plushies. That was great.
My children.
My children. All right. On that note, I think we're gonna get on out of here. Oh, Jimmy. All right, we're going to get on out of here. Thanks again for the continued support. We love every one of you. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for listening. Thank you for, if you ever share this podcast on Twitter or anything like that. We really appreciate it. And we're going to get on out of here. So everyone take care, and take care of yourselves.
Peace.
There you go. Beatles racing. Dun, 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 dun.